Yeah, that's the scene of the original Skinsaw murder.
And he's holding the original skin saw.
He certainly is. Meanwhile, back at Habe's sanatorium, you get the eyes of Grace Seville staring up at Alexis as Rampa finishes
I
his
have to,
finishes his
yeah,
blow. Alendril almost
flick the blood
vomits.
off my, have to flick the blood off my blade.
There happens to be like a clean cloth somewhere, just
Yeah.
wipes the blood off the shield. It's like
Meanwhile,
the shield's brand new.
Yeah, that's right. What did you do to my shield? There's Randy. So 1, 2.
Oh, okay. The map's there. Okay. I was looking at the wrong map.
ah,
It was all dark.
oh,
Nobody
okay.
was there. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
So worse than normal now.
All right. I think
We're
I've
in
got the
two
lights turned
locations.
off. Yeah.
Don't you hate it when they turn the lights off on you?
Yeah, keep me in the dark. I'm used to it.
That's right.
So let's see. Who else is downstairs? We have Mims. Were you downstairs or were you upstairs?
I was upstairs. But
Okay.
Yep.
yeah, because
I think it was
you
just.
told me you should go in and bite him, and I'm like, no.
As far as I know, it was just
But I was
Sasha
giving-
and
Yeah, I
or
was
Sushi
helping
rather.
Rampa.
Yep.
Yes,
just
Sushi and Ratatouille was the only
Ratatouille
ones
and
downstairs.
Susha were following
Yeah.
the good doctor.
I
Well,
I
Sushi was
put
just
brackets around good.
Sushi was just by the door. The doctor disturbed her.
Yep. We have eyes on the doctor.
Did we ever get a look at the doctor? Did I ever show you guys that?
Picture? No. Oh, there you go.
There he is.
Oh, you might have.
So that's him with his coat on, which he's just put on in his room. He's gone in. He's put his coat on.
A scholar's hat of some sort. Scarf.
He's maybe dressing for the cool.
Is it cool outside?
It is. It's not cool inside.
Yeah, we're all cool inside. Come on.
What is he doing in the room?
He is getting his coat on and securing a couple items.
Sushi's the size of a horse. We'll stand in the doorway.
Okay. And Ratatouille, I know for a fact, would be detecting for magic.
Yep.
And detects some minor magic. It is. Let me see. What school?
A +3 skin saw razor.
It is
And a can of cream.
a transmutation. Extremely faint transmutation magic. So we'll go upstairs, and then when Naz gets here, we'll play out the downstairs because you have a little bit of. Oh, we got a new picture for Sasha.
That's a shadow cat.
Now that I zoom in on Sasha, excellent, nicely done.
Hey, we got a shadow cat, black adder.
That's
Doesn't it make sense?
That's awesome. As a Canadian, I can appreciate that. We used to be on the CBC all the time.
Oh,
Blackadder?
Yeah,
Yeah, Ron Atkinson.
Ron
is
Atkinson,
one of
yeah,
my
it was
favorite. Yeah.
yeah. It was,
He did 4 seasons of that, each different
Blackadder
different era.
and Black Fly. I think was after that.
No, the last, oh, maybe the last series was Blackadder Goes Forth. And that was World War One.
What was Black Fly then? That was the fur trapping version, wasn't it?
I don't know that one. I'll have to
They
look it up.
started with the Richard III, and then
Now, didn't they did a anyway?
Yeah, they did one in in Upper Canada and Lower Canada where there was like fur trappers and stuff like that.
was that right?
Yeah, called Black
didn't
Fly.
see that.
I think Rowan Atkinson was.
He's a very, very funny man.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'll have to look it up.
He did one of these. He used to have a half-hour series. One of the ones he did, he goes down to the beach from a really high cliff all the way down to the beach, and he gets down there and he realizes that there's no changing spot. So all he's got is a towel and a bathing suit, and he looks around and there's only one guy on the whole beach. And every time he looks around, the guy turns around to look at him. And so he finally puts a towel over him, and he puts his bathing suit on over his pants, and then takes his pants off with the bathing suit on. I've never ever seen anybody do that. It took incredible skill, but it looks just so funny.
It's genius, and there was
But he
no
actually did.
skill
He took
involved.
his long pants. These are long pants suits, not
Yeah.
shorts. Long pants off without removing the bathing suit.
And then the guy turned out to be blind. Yeah.
Blind. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
one of the most athletic pieces of comedy I'd ever seen. Jeez, but it was really, really funny.
Okay, so what would the upstairs team be doing after the death of Grace Sevilla?
Go back downstairs.
I
Well,
think
just
unless there's
check
a
to make sure
reason.
there's nothing else around in the room or anything, and then I would take a quick peek to make sure that the second guy is still safely ensconced in his room and is not loose.
yes, he
Mims
is.
would just go back downstairs because she's like, I don't know what they're doing anymore.
Okay, so I think
Thing's dead, the dude's dead, and then it's like,
Yep, and then we'll all head back down.
hospitals are weird.
I see Ratatouille moving around in the game room, so he must be getting ready to jump on. Do you guys want to explore the second floor while Naz gets on?
Yeah, on the way down.
Sure. Let me shift everybody over. I don't really need to. It's not.
You can just move Mims all the way down.
Yeah. Yes.
Because hospital, weird, indoors.
Roger that.
And poor Tender. Poor Tender.
Wow, these guys are popping out of nowhere.
All right. So we've got a team of Sasha, Darcel, Rampa, and Alexis on the second floor. And Alandril and Mims went down to the first floor. Nasdaq, I would...
Wherever Tinder went, lost him.
Where did we lose Tinder? Tinder might be under. Nope, there he is. Where'd he go? There he is. These multi-layer maps. Gotta have a better way to do this. Okay. Second floor. Let's see here. Okay, the central part of this room, this is the second story, is used as a common room for patients, but the two current guests generally prefer to spend all their time in the cells. The northwestern cell is occupied by, and you can slide the little lever over and look in. It's an old man. He's probably in his 60s, and he's had his eyes ripped out. He seems pretty skittish. The southwestern cell, the one where you can see the man looking out the window as you guys approached, he's by all estimations probably close to 100 years old, and he's standing in there talking to himself quietly. He's not restrained. Neither one of these men are restrained. You remember Dr. Habe telling you that the blind man's name was Sedge, and the elderly man, his name is Wald. And they are contained in their cells. They're locked from the outside in, so they're not able to move around unless they have permission. But they don't look like they were mistreated at all. They don't look like they're screaming, "Get me out, help me," or anything like that. They seem fairly content with.
Everything okay with you?
Oh, he's who are you talking to? The Sedge or Wald?
Wald is the one with no eyes, right?
Sedge is the one with no eyes.
Okay, I'm talking to Wald.
Okay, Wald. Well, there's voices from beyond. Who is this new voice? This new voice that I hear. Oh, there he is beyond the window. Hello there, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Welcome to my
everything's-
kingdom.
Kingdom, eh? Been here long?
1,000 years I've reigned in this, and 1,000 years more I will reign. And he starts coughing, and he has to sit down because standing up makes him tired.
All right. Well, I'll leave you. I'll leave you to the rain.
There's much to do. Much to do. Yes, much to do.
And the third door there.
Third door's might have been Purcell.
Okay.
It's
Nothing.
empty.
Nobody in there.
Doesn't look like there's anything going on. So it's like a nice, clean area.
Okay. I'll come to the southeast.
Yeah, you can check them all out. Those are the only ones with anything interesting in them. Southeast is a looks like maybe a guard room. His door leading to A9 is reinforced with iron bands. It's normally kept locked. The keys open the lock.
It stairs in it.
Yeah, that's the stairs where you guys came up.
Okay.
There's another set of stairs where the stairs go up on the other side. So to explain, the stairs against the wall lead up to this landing way. Then you enter in, you go into the cell block, across it to the stairs leading up to the third floor.
Okay. So the northern one goes to the third floor,
Yeah.
and the southeastern one goes to down. Okay.
All right.
Not much else here. I'm going down.
All right. Let me move you guys over to the main room. So is Naz in the house?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So, as soon as the killing ended upstairs with the cinematics of Grace Sevilla's upper torso landing on its back and staring up at Alexis, like almost trying to say something to her, like deliver one final message. The cinematics, we shifted downstairs with Sushi kind of lingering at the door as Dr. Habe uncomfortably puts the key in the door. Oh, nice cat. Oh. And opens the door. And he opens the door with insight of you. He doesn't seem to have any issues or anything like that. He begins putting on his coat and like his hat and scarf and grabbing a couple items from a little dresser drawer. And now, at this detect magic. I assumed you would be detecting magic now that you got a good look in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. So you detect a minor transmutation aura. Something that he's put in his pocket.
Okay. Does he seem flustered or nervous or
Yes.
anxious?
Yes. He seems like, yeah, like he's not upset, but this is you haven't seen him like this before. He's kind of fidgety, for sure, and he's definitely getting dressed up, like he might be going outside.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep hiding till he does something, leaves the room or whatever.
Okay, so he comes out and he sits down at the reception desk, and he just waits. He closes his own door, doesn't lock it. He sits down, and it takes him a couple minutes to gather whatever he's gathered and do whatever he's done. And by that time, everyone else starts coming downstairs. And Habe looks through the door.
Waiting.
Well, I heard the commotion. What's the situation with Grace Sevilla?
He's graceless.
I see.
was terminal.
I see. So you've murdered a man.
No, actually. Why didn't you tell us he has ghoul fever?
I've been examining him. I was hoping to witness the change, document it.
Or you weren't going to help him?
I'd attempted to help him. I was incapable of curing him. The next step was to document the change and to record it and perhaps learn from it. But of course, that's been taken away from me.
And this is normal doctor behavior?
Well, when you
Could you not
can't
try and find some?
when you can't cure something, the only thing to do is to examine it and try to learn from it, and then use that knowledge to attempt another cure.
I would have thought you'd have tried to find another doctor that could actually cure him.
And where might I do that with the change so imminent? By just jump on a horse and ride off to Magnamar and leave the
And how long has he
the
been
other
here?
unfortunates in my care to wallow away while I've ridden off to the big city to...
People drop by regularly. You could have sent somebody out.
People drop by regularly. Since your visit and Hemlock's visit 2 days before, I hadn't seen a person since Per came in.
Yeah,
which was-
I don't think you can reinvent solving ghoul issues, considering there's magic colleges elsewhere that have brighter people that have researched this. You would have been better off doing research or asking for something than letting him transform.
It wasn't like I wasn't letting him transform. I had no choice. But I was observing it, and I was researching it. It wasn't like I was doing it intentionally. If I could have cured him, I definitely would have. 100%. And you guys can make sense motives on that.
Well, and also, were those rooms that had those tools in them, did they not look like torture tools? Or they could have been? You said there was some strange, different tools with them.
Okay, yeah. There was some rather intrusive medical tools. They could be interpreted as torture tools. They could also be interpreted as medical tools.
Okay. And which ones looked like they'd been used, or did any of them?
They're all like extremely cleanly put away. They haven't.
So they've regularly been used then, and put away whenever they've been used.
It's possible.
Sense motive. Hang on.
There wasn't any signs that he's been torturing any of the people that are in his care.
Okay.
He seems genuine about the. He wishes he could cure them, but given that that's not a possibility, with the time and the resources that he has, the best thing he could do was to research it, document it, and hopefully learn from that.
You're not trained to do that, and there are other people that have done this research. What happened to the three? Weren't there 3 bodies dropped off? Oh, wait, he said he incinerated them. That's right.
You can
that's an interesting.
make a sense motive there. DC for that's 20.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Everybody can, if you're there in the room.
Yep. I'm just going to get back to my computer. I was putting a dish away. I see you can do all kinds of things with these headphones.
Seems legit.
Yep. I have no reason to doubt him.
Oh, Ratatouille.
I'm on my way back too. Sorry.
I stink.
Yep. Let me see what mine will do.
Otherwise, he is squeaky clean.
This is where we need a Landrel.
Okay, let's do an Elandrel, because he's in the neighborhood too. All right.
Whoa.
For all the money, Elandrel, with his horrible wisdom. Oh, he's got Elandrel's got actually a reasonable sense motive.
I only had a +1.
No. Okay. So he says, "What is the condition of the corpse now?"
Well, it's not changing anymore.
Well, I understand that, but
You can research it. We left it for you.
I suppose I'll
Why
have
you
to.
got your coat on?
Tell you what we'll do, though. Tell us where you burned the other body, and we'll take this one out and burn it at the same spot.
No, we'll be. I'll be examining him as well. It's the indications that the three didn't seem to have any sort of indications of ghoul fever, but why this gentleman did. It's
Yeah, how long has he been here?
He has been here for 2 days, and the cremation of the other three took place yesterday. I wanted to make sure that they didn't change overnight, so we kept them in the stalls. And they did not.
Wasn't that guy there when we came before?
No.
Okay.
Where's our tabaxi or your tabaxi friend? I haven't seen them.
Per left a couple days ago. In fact, 3 days ago, the day before Sheriff Hemlock showed up here with all these unfortunates.
Do we believe that?
You can roll sense motive on that if you want. He did show you the. He did record what the note that he had found out on the porch of the sanatorium for her was. Something about lusting after her.
Remember, this one had said some things specifically to Alexis, too.
Yeah, and the lusting
Like
after
was
her one
pushed-
was specifically to Per.
Right, okay. So there's I'm going to say personal, but I mean it to our group connection to whatever's behind this school. Her got a note, and that ghoul called Alexis out directly.
The one we killed had given her a note.
No, not the one that you killed. Per got a note from his lordship
Oh, yeah. Okay.
the night before she left. I'm trying to find out the one.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was also the note for the three at the original crime scene that Hemlock showed you. So that note said, well, I'm looking for the other note. A deal has come about that I need capital for. It involves property and gold, and though I am not at liberty to tell you the exact details, it will make us all rich. Come to Bradley's Barn on Cougar Creek tonight. We can meet there to discuss our futures, your lordship. And I'm trying to find the note that they found on the porch the day before. There it is. So it says, you will learn to love me, desire me in time as she did. Give yourself to the pack, and it shall end. Signed, your lordship. And Habe had recorded it. He'd given the note to Per, so she actually has the note, according to him.
Where are the tieflings now?
The tieflings are in the room, and actually Erin Habe is getting up and getting ready to move into past Darsal if he will allow it.
Yeah.
To fetch them. Got some.
I see. No wonder I can't see him. I'm around the corner.
Some cleanup to do, I suppose. Poor man. He says, Goddess, Gordis, is Gurnak in the building as well? And this door here opens up, and man peeks his head out, and the other tiefling peeks his head out, and yeah, we're here, Dr. Habe. Well, brace yourself. We've got a grisly scene on the 3rd floor. Of course, not in any hurry. It's not going to get any better. Do you require me for anything further?
Yeah, I'll show the tieflings where the body is.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Detect Undead.
Okay.
It goes through wood walls and a lot of crazy shit. Lasts for 4 minutes.
Sure does.
And trying to see if something if undead died in an area, depending on their strength, it lingers for a while.
It certainly does.
So I'm just trying to see if there's any suspicious.
Yes. All right. So you do that, and you're out of sight of everybody. You're back in the room, and Sushi's eyeing you. You're alone with the giant cat. It's got to be a little unnerving. You hope Sasha's on the level about this creature, but you cast your spell as Erin Habe and the orderlies begin to move up to the stairs.
And what does he get?
And you are exactly where you are, Ratatouille?
Yeah.
And what's the actual range? 60 feet?
60 feet.
Okay.
Cone. And it can go through, what is it?
45, 50. Yeah. That's
1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, or 3 feet of wood.
Okay.
So, these walls 3 feet? I doubt it, right?
No, the walls are not 3 feet.
And they're wood?
And they are wood. 100% wood.
Oh, so I'll just,
Yep.
go in all 4 directions.
Yeah, and
keep going. Yeah.
And the building itself isn't 60 feet tall, so.
Okay.
But when you get out into the main room, as everybody starts making their way up the stairs, you get into the main room, probably a little closer to the stairs, you get a hit. Boom, there is undead present. Does it tell you the general direction, the spell?
The first round is undead.
Yeah.
Presence. Then the second round is where is it? I'm not wrong. Second round number of undead auras.
Okay.
And the strength of the strongest one.
It's faint is the strength of the strongest one, and there are 7.
7.
Jesus.
And rather inauspicious,
Streets going on.
rather auspicious number.
Lucky 7.
So Habe and his men make the stairs and begin going up. They've got some cleaning materials and stuff like that too. They've like a bucket and a mop and some sheets and stuff like that. They're gearing up for the worst.
Better get a bucket.
Ratatouille gets you get a little better reading as you're kind of over in the area where you are. Yeah, right around where that door is to the south, southeast of you. Not that door. That door there, you can check it out. That is just a worker's entrance, and it just leads to outside. The door that you can't get through, because that is. I'm going to lock that. It doesn't really matter. It's just a staircase anyway, but let me unlock it. That's like you can't get through that door, but you're sensing it from that direction, 100%.
Do we have a rogue pick this damn lock?
We sure do.
Buddy, get over here. Yeah. Hit it.
All right, so who's going up with Rampa and Habe and the two tieflings?
Well, it all depends what's happening over here. Because if it looks like they're doing something else,
They're doing
I
this.
will stay. But
they're doing
okay.
this after Habe goes upstairs. I'm assuming.
Okay. Then I'm
We've
going up
been
with him.
upstairs. I'm curious to see what's going
Well,
on down here.
if Habe's going up with them, I probably ain't going up. My idea was if they were sending the tieflings up there, I would casually talk to them about when they did the cremation to see if they could tell me where it was. Because then we could verify whether or not they actually cremated anybody.
Okay.
But if Habe's going up with him, I can't have that conversation.
Okay, so then you're just going to stop and let
Yeah,
Habe,
I'd wait. Yeah, and when they're again alone, that's why I asked where they were. So if they comes back or one of them comes back, I would have that conversation with them then.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure the mystery is going to be solved pretty soon. So let's move.
Well, I kind of gathered that based on what you just said, but that was the rationale between saying I'd go and accompany him upstairs and show him where it was at, was so I could talk to them without talking to Habe.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to move the three guys up to the upstairs. We'll have everybody here, and
They don't seem to be too concerned about leaving us on this floor.
not at all. In fact, I think Alexis or Rampa still has the ring of keys, Erin Habe, and
Mims did wander outside because
okay.
Yeah, I think I had it because I think I'm the one that actually opened the door in on.
Yeah, I think
what's
you
her
did
name?
too.
So
Okay.
if anyone needs it, she'll hand it to him. But
Okay.
yeah, I think if I remember right, I was the one that did it.
Alendro can try to piquez-vous the lockez-vous.
Well, if the keys will help, I'll give it to him.
Okay, he'll try them first, and none of them work on the door. So he gets to work.
Oh, it's a really good lock.
It is a really good lock. It takes him about
Hello.
2 minutes, unless someone's got some kind of magic to get him through.
You can do it. I mean,
2 minutes. They're going to be up there longer than 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Did Ratatouille, are you telling us what you found?
Yeah,
No.
you guys are alone now,
I think we're alone now.
as far as
I'll
you
go.
know.
There's undead in there.
You said there's undead there. Okay.
So I'm going to have a ready to action. If I see undead, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
And do you anticipate how many there are?
7.
I'm only thinking whether or not we need to get Auric in as well, or just.
Can your spell tell us what type of undead? Like, is it a
Oh,
skeleton?
yeah.
or
How
is it a
powerful
zombie?
are these undead?
It was about as faint as that can detect.
Okay. So, probably skeletons.
Okay.
Okay, so it takes Alendro about 2 minutes to finally get it. He's going to take 20. And it's a good lock. It's the best lock he's ever encountered, but he gets it. He is skilled
Oh,
enough.
25 didn't open. Wow.
No, DC 30.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be that.
But he gets it. And it opens the door.
That's good news. Yeah.
Stairs lead down.
A basement. There is a basement.
There is a basement.
All right.
All right. So
You want a marching order?
what's the marching order? Who's going first? And I'll drag him over there first.
I'm going to sneak. I'm sneaky.
All right.
Well, if he's sneaking, then Sushi's going to sneak behind him.
All right. So
Okay.
we got
Okay.
Rada first.
Critters.
Let me just.
Sush, well, here's the stealth.
So Rada first, and put Sushi right behind him.
What is the lighting down there?
There is like a lamp light. There's a
So dim?
dim. Well, it's not dim. It's lit up.
It's definitely not bright.
It's not bright enough to have like shone through the door underneath or anything like that. So you walk downstairs, And you get to a large room that combines the features of a wizard laboratory and a catacomb. Several tables bearing bodies covered by drapes dominate the room, while tools ranging from shovels to dissection implements sit on the shelves against the wall. And in the room is a man. And let me take these other NPCs off first.
Our goal is to give him 20 feet and then follow, unless someone else jumps in front of him.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, I'll follow right behind you.
Delete
I'm
from
good.
tracker, only foes, all non-friendly.
Torch just fell. You get a really good armor class, and I have reach.
Yeah, this is a great setup. Although I think our armor
I'm a
class is
wizard.
probably the same right now.
Armor class? Yeah, probably because of that shield.
Okay, so that
And shields up, of course.
and I need to do this one as well.
Raw.
And let's see here. Just give me a moment. Let's see here. Has this already been calculated? Yes, it has. All right, so it's a D.
Raw. I smell a spell book.
C. All right. So the first thing you see, Ratatouille, is an older man, older Varisian man. He's got he's probably about 5'5". He's got thin, scraggly, balding hair. He's got really pale skin. Although the Varisians are known for their kind of olive skin complexion. This man looks kind of like pale, and he's got a really pronounced hook nose. He's definitely human. He's definitely some sort of wizard, because there are 6 images of him floating around. And he says, "Who dares interrupt my research?" Stomping about upstairs and causing a commotion, now intruding on my sanctum that I paid good money for.
Who's he talking
I
to?
can't see. I can't see him, right? Oh, there he is.
There he is. And on the table, there is there's bodies on the table, and your spell is indicating the auras are coming from the table, and there is another body over in the corner standing of his own accord. It's got no shirt on. It's got a star carved into a 7-pointed star carved into its chest, and it's literally standing there holding its own intestines.
That zombie
There's no
one.
fortitude.
So that would be the one standing in the corner. Yeah, zombie one. And the man kind of walks over to the front of the table. "Who dares interrupt my studies?"
I assume they're the only ones on the map right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are
You
in.
saw through your hiding, huh?
No, we're at the top of the stairs.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
guys are at
see
the
anything,
top
so
of the
that's
stairs.
Right. But he's not addressing us, so he saw through their stealth.
I just he just had an alarm spell or something. So I want to be a necromancer too.
I see.
And I cast this spell
Okay.
on the dude standing.
Necromancer 101.
Okay, so you take over the zombie, right? You command him?
And I just go, my name is Ratatouille. I like undead.
Oh, I see. So what brings you here, Ratatouille? And why did you not knock first before just letting yourself in?
I'm just a simple rat looking for a little cheese.
Well, come in then.
Okay.
Says that was an impressive use of that spell. You have command of the zombie. What would you do now? Would you assault me with it and take my knowledge, or would you use my centuries? Wow, centuries is an overstatement. Decades of research.
Can we hear the conversation?
Yeah, you
from
can
the
hear.
hallway?
There seems like it sounded kind of
We're
angry.
pausing.
It sounded kind of
Yeah,
angry, and now it's got a little more civil.
We're definitely not going to enter in the middle of the conversation, but we are going to keep our guard up.
Okay.
I'm just, there's funny things going on. I'm a wizard. You're a wizard. We gotta stick together.
Well, I don't know about that, but we could share some knowledge. Yes, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
Some people frown upon my researches, but that's why I do my work out here.
I'll pull out my spell book. Oh, I got spells. You got spells?
I do have spells. But what I was researching right now is the reason why these three gentlemen didn't transform into a ghoul, while the gentleman upstairs is quite clearly about to change. He hasn't transformed, has he?
No. He's dead.
In a manner of speaking.
He's dead.
He's dead. Was that your doing?
There's some long legs up there. They like killing stuff.
I see. How many long legs?
Oh,
Like from
18 long legs?
From the town, Sandpoint.
Oh, probably.
Here to cast judgment on my researches.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, let me show you what I've learned so far about these three gentlemen and the recent ghoul outbreak in the farmlands. He says, I think there is a connection.
I look around. Does he seem like deranged, or he's like trying to do research?
He's trying to do research, it would seem.
Okay.
He's definitely doing like autopsies on these guys, and in order to minimize the mess, he's having the zombies assist. He's definitely in command of the zombies on the table. You've got control of the other zombie. He doesn't seem too concerned about it.
Okay. Well, let me go tell these long legs that there's nothing happening here.
Fair enough.
Cat raises an eyebrow, looks at you, follows you up.
That's an impressive familiar.
I'm a wizard.
Do you have a name, wizard?
I'm Ratatouille.
Well, I am Karezlu. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet somebody with an open mind.
Knowledge. Have I heard of this guy?
No, you have not, even with that knowledge local roll.
Yeah. And yeah. Okay, so I go up. I'll not close the door, but
Yep.
But like make it so it doesn't lock.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
say, there's a necromancer down there, and he's got a lot of zombies.
Yeah, Sushi sends me a mental image of the room and says, watch your new friends. I don't know I trust them.
So
Where are we meeting where you're telling us this information?
Imagine
Back
on
at
the first floor, probably outside the door.
Yeah, okay. I'll move back up there and listen. And
I think he's just doing research, trying to help, but I don't know.
If he's got undead, we've got to put the undead to dead.
Oh, we do?
I do. I'm going to take the ed. I'm here to take the un out of undead.
Nice.
Was he hostile to you in any way? Obviously, I was listening
No.
to the conversation, but Alexis wasn't.
He was in awe of my power because I control one of his zombies and I have this awesome familiar.
Did the zombie come upstairs with you?
No.
No, I left him there.
He did have one protective spell up, the mirror image. It's in case. This is unusual. This is an unusual situation.
So that's kind of a short-term spell, right? We've seen Ratatouille.
But what
use
I'm
it
doing
before.
is I'm going to wait a lot so the spell ends.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's about what I was thinking was we've seen you use it and we know that it's rounds per minute or minutes,
Yeah,
not
it'll
hours.
last
Yeah,
5 minutes, 7 minutes.
yeah. So do you think he cast it when we came downstairs?
Yeah, I'm
Defensive.
sure he
Yeah,
had like
yeah.
I'm sure he had an alarm spell on the door, so he knew. He knew I was there and he couldn't see me. So, are we murder, death, kill hobos, or what's the plan?
I plan to get rid of the undead. He
Well, you
wants
gotta
to
save one
let
for
us
me.
do that. That's fine.
He's one of my friend. His name is Fred.
Oh, can I keep the zombie?
Yeah, but you're
I'm
only going to
keeping a
control him
zombie.
for a certain period of time.
I can do it for 4 days, and then on day 3, I just keep casting it.
The zombie had a name.
Oh, shit.
Fred.
Was it one of the 3 missing people?
Yes.
So that means the doctor knows what's going on. He's lying through his teeth too.
Oh, and the doctor has magic in his jacket pocket.
Oh yeah.
So,
razor blade?
I'm
I don't
hesitant
know
to
what
just
it
go
is.
down there and murder the guy, but I also don't. I think there's something fishy going on.
Well, I don't care if we kill him. If he's prepared to let us kill the undead, then so be it.
But he'll just make more. That's what they do.
Well, no, because then we'll report him to the town, and the town will make sure he gets out of town.
So why don't we just report it to the law and let them take care of it?
Somebody have detect evil?
Yes,
Can you shoot it down there?
I would have to
I
see
think
him.
it's 60 feet.
Now
No, you
have
don't
to
need to
see
see it. It
Wait,
goes through stuff.
He's a necromancer. What do you think he's
Well-
going to detect?
Well, he
Yeah,
could actually not. He might not be evil, but he's at least neutral. He's
He-
not good.
Yeah, in theory, you don't have to be evil.
I'll peek
Cleric
about
does. Not a wizard.
about where I was standing that was out of sight and sort of
Yeah.
use the detect evil.
Yeah, you're detecting
No.
evil.
And can I
Oh.
narrow down? Obviously, the undead are going to be evil.
Yeah.
Can I narrow down the essence to him?
Yeah, he's a little more. He shows a little more powerful than the undead. But the undead, it's a pretty distinct aura. The evil on him is kind of like just general. Yeah, he created these undead. Yeah. But he's not using them to kill townsfolk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just a different kind of evil, I suppose.
The guys were dead.
How about this? Since
They weren't
he's
supposed
just
to be zombies.
how about this? We kill 2 of the zombies, and we take his spell book. Then he can't make any more.
Until he goes back and learns his spells again.
Does the rat detect
Well,
evil?
you
Never
know.
mind.
I'll try not to use them on companions, like
Yeah.
teammates.
Things you
But I
don't
like
want to
maybe-
know.
I intentionally block it out if you're like my teammate player.
Ratatouille, would you let someone take your spell book?
Well, yeah, if 8 guys showed up in my lab saying I'll kill you if you don't give it to me, maybe I would.
All right, well, might have to file a police report.
Well, we are here with writ from the sheriff to investigate,
Exactly.
and he is
we
doing
deputies?
things with undead that warrant investigation.
Okay.
Well, especially
So-
since the bodies were sent here to be put away, not to be used, not to be creating ghouls. were zombies.
Are we,
We wanna-
as
we-
characters, certain that those zombies identify as the missing
Yeah,
villagers?
yeah. I can't remember the
As like
three.
players, it makes obvious sense, but as characters, are we certain that's the case? Because that would
Ratatouille
also
is
be
certain that he
reason.
saw the Sahedron rune
Okay,
drawn on the chest of
then we
the
definitely need to at least go
carved
down there and
into the
investigate.
chest,
Yeah,
same as at the murder site.
yeah.
So,
We need to
If you
investigate.
think that this guy might be the murderer, he might be responsible for the carving in. I don't know if he got actual physical descriptions of the three, the first murders. You got their names. Let's see here.
But did he not say he got these bodies delivered to the doctor, and the doctor gave them to him?
He didn't say that specifically. We didn't talk about that yet.
Well, right, because we were told they were cremated, and there they are.
Yeah. No, I mean, not the doctor. I'm talking about the necromancer. Did he not say that these bodies he got from the doctor, they were delivered?
I don't.
He just got them.
He just got them. Yeah, I don't think he explained them where he got them from. No, he knows that they're in connection with the because he was checking out why they weren't ghouls.
Yep.
Did he seem like he thought they should be ghouls and they weren't? Like
Yes.
they made their saves?
Yes.
Okay.
You can go down and talk to him if you want.
Well, I'm going to
we-
go down and talk to him.
Yeah, we're going to need to investigate, so yeah.
You guys stay up here for a minute. And if I say jelly beans, come down and kill everything.
Fair enough. I will stand at the door and wait. You know, everything Ratatouille's done since we've met him has been up and up. So, yep. Do your thing. Let us know
It
if you need
has.
help.
You don't know about the Ven Vinder Shayless incident. There's been some scuttlebutt and some random yelling from Ven Vinder at Ratatouille, but you don't know about the whole incident. Could have been Ratatouille's been living in this town for a long time. It could have been something that went on before you even met him.
Right? Who knows?
Exactly.
What we don't know won't kill us. What we do know has helped us.
And it wasn't that bad. I mean, I don't consider any of that stuff evil. You want to fight? Let's go. All right. So Ratatouille back downstairs. Carrie's Lou.
Yeah.
I see. What?
And I go, the long legs upstairs aren't as progressive as we are.
Exactly. The people in Magnamar are not as progressive either, which is why I'm doing my research out here beyond the prying eyes of those who are less open-minded.
I'm trying to keep the long legs at bay, but some of
I
them
understand.
don't like
They're
what
going
you're doing. So
I understand. There is the narrow-minded religious views that such activities of reanimating the dead is blasphemous. I disagree. I find them useful tools. It preserves the flesh longer than normally would. It saves me from having to use gentle repose as opposed to them festering and decomposing prematurely before I learn what I'm trying to establish. This here, there is clearly a connection between the this thing on their chest. He pulls back one of the cloths on the table from another body he's dissected, and it's a zombie. He's laying there. He's got his eyes open, and his head turns towards the doctor, and not the doctor, the necromancer. And he goes over and he says, "Look here, when I." And he starts messing around with the rune. He says particularly this one here was graven in a ritualistic manner that I believe protects the flesh from necrotizing and becoming a ghoul, as opposed to that gentleman upstairs. You didn't happen to notice? Did you see the gentleman upstairs? I haven't had a chance to examine him. Habe is he is interested in his transformation, whereas I'm only interested in his condition.
Well, I like what you're doing here. But the guys upstairs, I don't know. One of them wants to take you in. One of them wants to kill all the abominations. So what should I tell them?
Well, you can have them come down and we can discuss it like gentlemen. This doesn't need to end in a wild display of magic and blades flashing and my creations versus your friends. I understand that perhaps my time might be up here. I'd been working here in secret for several years, and I knew at one point this would come. If we can have a gentlemanly discussion, I don't see any reason why we can't all benefit from this situation.
For people to come down, but not in an alarming fashion. I'll act like a mediator and introduce everybody and say he understands what he's doing and how other people don't like it and the gig is up and you guys talk and see how it's going to be resolved.
Okay, so I'll move you guys down onto in case this escalates. You guys feel free to arrange yourselves as you see fit.
Yep. So,
Ratatouille might have got trapped off the map there. There we go.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So he'll also says, well, if that's the case, then there's no sense hiding this here. Stay, he commands as he opens the door, and there's 4 more zombies inside the small cubby. It's like a 10 by 15 foot, almost like a closet space. It's almost like his little zombie storage locker.
That's funny.
And he says, welcome. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Carries Lou. I am as you can see, a necromancer. I don't say that with shame, as you might hear many utter it. And I don't say it as a threat. I have no interest in the living whatsoever. My interest lies in the connection that comes after death. And I was hoping to quietly conduct my studies without harming anyone or alarming anyone out here in this quiet medical facility. The good doctor is not aware of what I do with the bodies that he has agreed to give me once they have naturally passed. He has not been responsible for the killing of any of these. I pay him a generous monthly amount that he uses to maintain this very useful institution and care for several extremely troubled people that would probably have already been put to death had his care not been available. I understand that my work here might be distasteful to a lot of you. I see the symbol of Saran Ray on this young lady's tabard and shield. I see probably a band of heroes, which the town probably requires. I do not wish a confrontation. Although, if bodily threatened, I am quite able to defend myself. But feel free to ask me anything that you wish. I will be completely honest with you.
What is your hypothesis on why undead have come into the town?
Into the town? Undead are coming into the town? I had not heard this. What do you know of this?
Sense motive to make sure he is indeed.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. This is easy. It's DC 10.
Trying to find where I click. Hold on. Sense motive. Of course. Hey, that's all I
It's
do.
okay. Yeah. It was surprise. He was genuinely surprised by that. Undead in the town. Where? What? Tell me all about it. He wants to know. Now he's interested. You've got his attention.
Well, are you aware of the individual that became a ghoul upstairs?
I was aware that there is an individual in the throes of transformation. Yes. I was hoping to study him once he had transformed. Habe was studying the transformation itself, as he was unable to assist the man.
Could you have assisted him? Do you know how to cure the ghoul fever?
Ghoul fever. You see, according to my notes here, and he opens up one of his books as I open up his character sheet. See if he has. He says he does not believe that he would have been able to cure the disease. He thinks he could have commanded the creature once it changed. He was pretty confident in his ability to control or completely immobilize the creature while it was stored in a safe manner. He also says that he was fairly confident that once the body perished, he was going to experiment with a gentle repose spell if it didn't change right away, to see if that would forestall the transformation. But no, I don't believe I would have been able to stop that transformation. Just as I don't believe that you will be able to stop the ghoul plague that is probably running rampant in the farmlands.
Why? What's the source of that?
He says we've had a couple of reports come to the sanitarium from the outlying farms that several ghoul attacks have taken place. And of course, once one ghoul attack takes place and someone falls to it, then another ghoul rises and another from that ghoul, and it precipitates. I've got a little chart here. It started several weeks ago. I believe the very first ghoul risings were near Hambley Farm. It might have been the very first generation of ghouls. And he opens up this little. It's almost like a notebook of sorts, but it's just loose leaf paper that have been folded together, and he's got like a little sketch map. Of
You mentioned Hambley Farm, but obviously I'm looking at the map, and there's so many farms and none of them are named. Yeah, knowing that Alexis grew up in the farm, so I'm wanting to know if that's a connection. Like, where would that be in relation?
That
to
would be if you consult your hinterland maps. It would probably be in. It's the southern area down around in here, right along Foxglove River.
So it's not the area she grew up, but certainly would be familiar with the area because all the farmers talk. Right?
Yeah.
So what of Hambley Farms? Is it a loss?
He says, I don't know. There's always been ghoul activity on the Bleaklow Moor, but nothing ever like this. This seems to have been obviously somebody's creating ghouls. What of this activity in the town? What's occurred? I'm interested in hearing this. You said there was undead in town?
We suspect.
What sort, do you know? Was there the scent of rotted meat?
I don't know that we smelled rotted meat.
So
Mims and Tinder did.
Right. Alexis could easily answer the question. What she's hesitant on is giving information to someone who
Could
is
be
like complete
potentially,
contradictory
yeah.
of her values and beliefs. So
And this guy could
no,
potentially
right,
be the murderer. You don't know,
right.
right?
That's
So
true.
did she notice the symbol carved in one of the bodies?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's actually pointed it out and said that he believes that this symbol carved on the bodies has forestalled these corpses from rising as ghouls.
But they will eventually.
No, no, not at all. He finds no hint of the ghoul fever. He's actually that's why he's got the one gentleman there holding his intestines. So we've been searching through them for any sign of the contagion, but nothing at all. It's quite remarkable. And if you notice over here, and he points to one of the other men laying on the table, you can see definitely like a bite mark and claw marks from the attack that would have killed him before the face was peeled off and the jaw removed and the Sihedron carved on his chest. There's definitely the sign of combat. Like there's you can see that if it was killed by some sort of ghoul, there was more than enough bodily contact to have caused ghoul fever on all of these bodies, but all three bodies are resistant to ghoul fever. He says, statistically, I find that remarkable.
Were these carvings put on these bodies after
Post-mortem,
death?
yes, most definitely post-mortem.
Why would one want to do this?
Are you familiar with rituals?
Well, the idea of a ritual, yes, but
Yeah, so it's just
I don't cast rituals.
I would believe that the removing of the jaw and the facial skin is probably significant of something to whoever was doing such a thing. And most definitely, this symbol. I've not encountered it before, but I see that you there, the handsome one, you are bearing this symbol. And he points at Rampa. The quiet, handsome one. Yes,
Yes.
you. Yes. What do you know of this symbol?
I know nothing other than I believe it's very old. Thessalonian.
Let me see here. Let's see. Thessalonian. I've not heard this word before.
Thessalonian? Huh. Well, when I checked on the origins of most old things, that includes a lot of undead and the devils and demons and the like, they all talk about it. A lot of it goes back to Thessalonian times.
Oh, pardon me. He speaks Thessalonian. Sorry. So he would be familiar with that. I just noticed that. So, Thessalonian. Oh, most definitely. Okay. What do they call this symbol? This is quite interesting to me.
Sihedron.
Sihedron. Yes. Well, whatever has occurred in the ceremony or ritual killing of these three men, the killing wasn't ritualistic, I don't believe, but the after death act apparently bears some sort of meaning. What that is, I don't know. I'm not completely familiar with these things, but it's definitely significant.
Yep.
That part. Was there other deaths in Sandpoint?
Well, you might want to continue your research in Sandpoint above board, but without necessarily the undead.
Well, you see, it makes it difficult. The preservation of the body is a difficult thing. You only have a very finite amount of time, and unless you transport them or transmute them to willing subjects, it makes it so much more difficult to conduct proper research. And this is the same attitudes that I've encountered in Magnamar, and even in Corvosa, they were more narrow-minded than I would set to believe. I was hoping to continue my studies here in quiet, but it will seem I will probably have to move on. He looks around.
You do understand that one of the reasons that people don't like this very much is the undead are an abomination and they kill people. Yours may be under control, but who knows? And who knows how long you control them and everything else. My family was killed by undead. These undead are not leaving here.
Understood. Understood. These men were supposed to be cremated several days ago.
Yep.
As for those unfortunates, they have been in my command for quite some time. But I can simply break command, and they will fall to their deaths. You don't need to do any grisly work butchering them or anything like that. I will just sever my connection. And then you can, of course, do with them what you will. I suppose you'll be good enough to allow me to pack up my things.
Yep. We have a little meeting we have to have with the doctor.
I see, but keep in mind, though, the doctor, his connection with me is monetarily driven.
Mm.
He doesn't know that I reanimate the dead. He knows that I research, and that is all. So judge him as you will. It's not my place to tell you your business. You are connected with the law in Sandpoint, I'm assuming, somehow.
Yep.
Well, I knew
Yes, we do.
I knew this day would eventually come. So, if you give me some time to pack up, you can let me sever my connection with these creatures and undo the animation and allow you to go about your business. So he.
What do you want to do with our friend Per?
I'm
And
sorry.
she ends the question like, what are your intentions with our friend Per?
I'm sorry.
Your lordship.
I'm sorry.
That's a sense motive, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. He's confused. Your friend the purr. He looks at Sushi.
Good catch.
I've not heard this creature purr. It's quite large. He doesn't know.
I think my teammates know why she asked that question.
Yeah, definitely. It would appear that he does not know what you're talking about at all. Like maybe to the point that he doesn't know what the purr is. He definitely doesn't know about the your lordship part.
Well, 23, 20 is a pretty convincing
Yeah,
sense motive. Yeah.
yeah, and I'll give you his bluff if he was bluffing, but he's not. He does have skills in bluff, but yeah, he doesn't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
So
So
you have no idea about somebody who calls themselves your lordship.
no, this is interesting. Your lordship.
Well, we think there's a connection between an individual who goes by that name and undead that are killing people.
Yes, I see. That is troublesome. I don't prescribe to that sort of activity. I would never. I'm not a conscientious soul, but the the chaos that comes from situations like this is never comforting for anyone.
I'm gonna talk to him in Aklo
Okay,
and see if he understands.
he doesn't. Do you know Necro?
Is that a language?
Yeah. That's the language that a lot of necromancers know. You know that from being a pretty skilled wizard.
Oh, no. Draconic? Does he know Draconic?
He doesn't.
Okay. Oh, boy. Orc? Goblin? Knoll?
He tries Shoanti, Thessalonian, Varisian. They're going back and forth. Like you get the vibe that he'd like to keep talking to you. Maybe we could keep in touch. I'll give you his business card.
Well, I'll kind of say to him in a stealthy manner. Is that so other people don't hear?
Do you have the message spell?
No.
That would have allowed you to
I
do
don't
it.
know.
Okay, well,
you can use bluff to pass a message, and then he has to receive it. So, but then anyone's viewing that has a chance to interpret it as well.
Or you can just wait. You can wait for you can wait for your moment. There's going to be some packing up, and he's got to sever. He's got to sever his connection with the animated undead and unanimate them, which he's quite capable of doing. It takes him probably about 30 seconds, and each one that he does, the body slumps to the ground.
Not Fred. Fred's mine.
You wish to keep this one, do you? Intestines and all.
Oh, no. They smell funny.
And they are
don't want to keep it.
Yeah, they're not good in town. They frighten people.
I understand. I don't have a problem with that. So, I'll try and be sneaky like and go, hey, us wizards got to stick together. But let's trade spells, and I'll give you fly and make a run for it.
We don't need to do that. We can collaborate in the open. I'm fine with that, and I agree. I might have some interesting knowledge to pass on to you, as well.
Yeah, but you don't get magic jar. That's for me. Sorry.
Well, what about a displacement? Does Ratatouille get a rat boner then?
No.
No, not displacement. What about a stinking cloud?
I already got it.
A vampiric touch. Vampiric touch is quite useful, he says.
How much were you giving Habe per week?
Perhaps, it's an unsaid amount. He's been basically funding the sanatorium.
Right, and Alexis is wanting to know what that amount is because it's going to stop.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably 15, 20 gold pieces a week. It's a substantial amount. So it's probably close to 100 gold pieces a month, but everything pans out. Okay.
He says that, or she assumes that?
You can ask him, and he'll tell you.
He's asking him that question. Inappropriately, I'm not interrupting Ratatouille. But
no, not at all.
Right.
He says for the fly spell, gentle repose or halt undead, perhaps. If not, keep your knowledge. That's fine. I see you already know command undead. What about blindness and deafness?
Yeah, that's a good one.
False life, ghoul touch. The touch of the ghoul is quite powerful. I understand these are not as powerful as fly, but
well, I'll probably see you in prison, and we'll talk later.
Prison? I'm not going to prison. Am I? What's this talk of prison? And he looks around. He's already unanimated.
Why would he go to prison? He's accomplished what the cleric wants. I don't know. I'm willing to walk away.
The undead have been dissipated?
Yeah, they've been unanimated. The connection is severed.
And the Sidron that's carved into these three individuals looks identical to the one that was in town in
Yeah.
the
They're not identical, but it's definitely the same hand.
Is it okay? Oh, so it's enough to know the same person carved these.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Is is there a way, and this might be a stretch, to like you can look at a painting and tell the skill level of the painter versus the person drawing stick figures?
I see. Yes.
What level of skill does one need for this level of articulation and carving?
These might have been the
I mean,
maybe
is it a surgeon
maybe
precision?
formative steps. These ones are a little sloppier than Banny Harker.
Okay.
Banny Harker's was a little more neatly done.
So talking to the team, it's like, all right, the lordship person summoned these three individuals, she says that loosely, to the barn to negotiate, right? And then they end up like this. Um,
He says to Ratatouille, he says, for that fly spell, which is interesting to me, what about this Wand of Identify? It's got 15 charges in it, 15 uses left of the spell. Maybe I have to put it to use. I sense you're probably out there digging around ruins and that sort of thing, venturing life, all that.
Yeah, done.
Excellent. We shall exchange knowledge, if that is allowed, before I am to take my leave of this establishment.
A quick question. You said there was undead in a farm. Is that the same farm these guys were from? Or that their bodies were from?
There's reports of ghoul activity near Hambley Farm. Yes.
So that's the same farm.
Yes.
The farm where these. Okay.
No. This was from. This isn't the necromancer talking. This was from Bradley's barn. These guys. This was from a barn along Cougar Creek, which is way up here. It's probably this barn right here.
what details do you know of the ghoul activity there?
It's
5 ghouls, 10 ghouls, overrun, the farm is burned down.
I don't know exactly. It's been increasing. I'm not, of course, privy to all the information. Habe sometimes tells me things.
So Habe knew of a ghoul infestation in the farms.
He was aware that there was potential for problems.
Beyond like what we all know of from that region. I mean, there's like an increase in activity.
Yes.
Is there a reason why it would be now?
It might be related to your trip out here. That's the only speculation I can make.
Our trip out here are these guys. We were looking for them.
Precisely. And the gentleman upstairs who was
Right.
about to transform into a ghoul, no?
Yep.
Yes.
If we let him, yes.
It's a tricky business, ghouls. The bite and the disease and the transformation, and I would have had my hands full with that one. It's probably for the best.
How does it start? Patient 0 and ghoul,
All it takes is one death, and then the next midnight, somebody succumbs to the disease. And then that ghoul hungers and attacks another and creates another and creates another, and it's fortunate it's not in the city.
You have no other knowledge of who might else be doing these kind of weird things?
No, this is fairly new to me. I was excited to learn that there was a potential ghoul who may be studied. I can't hide that. I don't feel any need to. My interests are my own.
Well, you could accompany us when we investigate the farms.
I am not. I am not gonna go out and risk myself that way.
You'll see a ghoul in action. You can study it.
Perhaps I will go to Sandpoint and wait it out, and then maybe catch a ship north to Riddleport. Perhaps maybe they're more open-minded there.
Is he telling us his plans, or is he leading us astray?
It's hard to say. Let me see here. You get the vibe that once everything quiets down, he'd like to come back and stay here.
Yeah. Well, he had a good deal.
Yeah, it was a good deal. Like 3 years of research, no one bothering him. Habe doesn't come down at all. Doesn't even have a key. He's the only one with access to this area, and that was part of the agreement. Let me put the identify wand in the party sheet for Ratatouille.
There's only the 3 undead here, because I thought
There was 4 more. Yeah, he created 4 more zombies from patients who died of natural causes.
And they're gone now.
He severed the connection. Yes. There you go, Ratatouille. Wand of identify with 15 charges. Thank you. This is an interesting spell here. It's going to take me a couple hours to. Would you put on a pot of tea?
Hey,
And what about you, sir, dwarf? Bolka, I see. That's an interesting choice.
interesting choice. I was born into the religion. It was not choice. It's a rite of passage.
I'm passingly familiar with it. I'd maybe a conversation someday when things are less confrontational.
Indeed. Yes. Well, your work is somewhat unorthodox, but not entirely offensive, I guess.
I understand it's off-putting to most. It's
Indeed.
why I'm out here doing this under the cover of secrecy. If I was afforded the freedoms that other religions and other researchers were, I'd have gladly purchased a home in Sandpoint and openly done my work there. And all with the guarantee that if any harm should befall anybody, I would be the first to claim responsibility for it and be the first to pay for any harm that I might have done, whether that's criminally or financially or anything like that. But the people in the small towns like this, they're so close-minded that things always escalate, and it's a shame.
Are you telling me you couldn't find any place anywhere
I'm telling
in
you
any
that
of the big cities?
I'm telling you that a
No.
nice, quiet sanatorium out in the country with a doctor who really didn't ask too many questions was ideal for my research.
Questionable ethics is the words you're referring to.
Perhaps. But not misintended. I know he is good to his patients. None of these 4 here were mistreated at all. If I had seen signs of them being mistreated, I probably would have pressed him further. I'm not going to lie about that. I probably would have cut myself a better deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he
So
he's gonna copy out the fly spell into his book, and then he intends on packing up and trying to make Sandpoint before nightfall. He doesn't want to be out if there's a bunch of ghouls running around.
I guess not. Well, you'd be advised to leave Sandpoint right away too, because when we get back, we'll be having to give the sheriff there an update of our adventures here, and we're probably going to take the doctor back with us too. I think he has some ethics groups he might need to answer to within the medical community.
I see. So I've committed some sort of crime here.
The doctor certainly has.
Well, that's between you and the doctor, of course.
No, it's between the doctor and the sheriff. If the doctor tells the sheriff that you've been using him too, you may also face charges. That's beyond my jurisdiction.
Raising
So I
the
would.
raising the dead for research is my only
They were already dead.
exactly.
It's not like he murdered anybody.
Most
I talked to Pharasma about how they really like it when you bring the dead back to life.
Pharasma, Sarenrae, Shaylin, Desna.
Except for asthma here.
Well, we
Pharasma,
can
the one who really hates it when the undead don't stay dead.
we can report the findings, but I mean, it's probably outside their jurisdiction.
Well, that's up to you. I mean, I can
What
spend.
is the common law in towns regarding undead? Not the religious law.
Yeah, it's probably frowned upon. It's probably
Being creepy and yucky is not.
right. And if you had like undead, you were raising undead in the town where it's potentially a danger, probably illegal. Doing it way outside of town in a legally rented space without the knowledge of the renter, I don't know. I don't know. That's something for Hemlock to deal with. He says, if you're going back to Sandpoint, I could use the S code. But you're taking Habe back to, you say? Who's to care for the patients?
Or the tieflings, aren't they like orderlies? Or did I misunderstand their role?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's to say
The
they?
tieflings will have to look around. They do most of the work around here anyway,
What's to say they
from what the
stay?
doctor says.
You question my morals. Might want to look into them.
Ooh, the tieflings?
What if they were just to walk away with people contained in their rooms, with no way out, just deciding to move on? Good thing here is gone.
Well,
you have
if
to
they can
admit
do
that it's a possibility. Anyway,
It is.
I'm not going to tell you
It
to
is,
work.
but we're only we're only an hour or so out of Sandpoint. They can have somebody back here to look after the patients.
I think he was volunteering to do that, and I don't know. I don't see any crimes here. I don't see any conspiracy. I'd walk.
Well, he abolished like the undead that were currently in front of us are no more, so
Right.
that immediate problem is gone. We know he's probably not going to stop researching and raising dead to do what he wants to do. So, but right now the immediate threat is done.
And I
He
suspect
did give us information. Yeah.
he needs to get out of here too, because the sheriff will keep an eye on him. Because it's very dangerous. You keep raising those undead. If they get out of control, they're going to go and kill people.
I could say the same about Rottweilers.
Precisely. Or that, yes. Your cat, sir?
Would
So,
make
extremely well
murder.
behaved, and people must worry about that as well.
I don't tend to bring her in town because it's very disturbing.
I don't go for walks with my creations either.
Okay.
Well, if we have an agreement here, I'd gladly go and speak to this sheriff if you want me to. But
Yeah, do that, and he'll tell you whether or not what he'll allow to continue.
oh, I'm quite certain my research here is done.
Yep.
If I
We'll definitely.
believed that I could do this within the confines of the town, I would have been doing it.
Yep.
I'm not foolish. Not. This isn't my first town that I've been to.
I'm sure. Okay.
So you wish me to self-report? Is that what you're saying?
I would say that's a good thing to do. Yep.
Fair enough then.
Do I feel confident he's actually going to do that?
Well, that's sense motive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a sense motive for sure.
Makes sense to me. Yep. He's totally going to do it.
Well, we got the opposite end of the spectrums on these. You rolled a 1, I rolled a 20.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad someone else did. Makes sense because from Alexa's point of view, she's talking to like the polar opposite of everything she believes, right? So like,
Yep.
even though he's helpful and followed, like abolished the undead in his control at the moment, it's still like the creepy moment, you know? Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
an uncomfortable situation.
And you definitely get a vibe of evil from him, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, you know, you can't just run around killing everyone you see an evil from because there's so much, right?
Yeah, there's.
You know,
You understand
so
there's different
gotta have
viewpoints.
laws. Yeah.
Yeah, different
There'd be
viewpoints.
no lawyers.
Exactly.
So and he was cooperative. He did give us information, you know, and he immediately surrendered. Surrender is a big tenet of what Cernray teaches. So
There's no indication.
Anybody else got a sense motive?
No indication of any harm created by him with regards to any of these.
yeah, I get the feeling based on everything I've seen that his only work is with those who already have died.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
it
like
it, and it
yeah.
seems with the amount of notes and stuff like that, it seems academic.
Yeah. It's
They said I was mad at the university. Very much get that vibe from him.
right. And like I said, creep factor is strong with this one.
Yes. This guy does have like a Victor Frankenstein kind of vibe to him.
What are in these closet rooms down here?
One is the closet full of undead. That was four zombies, and the other one was just his bedroom.
Oh, the four undead were not in his bedroom.
No, the four undead were in their own like little zombie storage closet.
That'd be a whole other world of messed up, I think.
Yeah, there's nothing, no indication
Kind of
of
necromancy.
There's no indication of necrophilia or anything like that. You don't really come up with any crimes other than he does freely admit to have animated these.
I'm satisfied. He's in your hands, team. I'm gonna go upstairs, and she can go back to the second floor best as she can. Probably sits somewhere it's not an immediate sight and like has a moment to herself.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys have been down there for a while, and Habe is up and down too. He's
Actually, if is Abe passer,
yeah, Abe, you'll pass him
come down with me.
downstairs.
Yeah, come with me, pretty please.
All right, I just want Karazlu. Is it okay to come down? I've been told by this woman she wants me to come down. Yes, we've discussed this, Erin. You can come down.
Look who I found, or look who found me. I assume he's right behind her.
Yeah, Dr.
Hello,
Hayes.
this is my friend Fred.
The zombie on the ground, laying there with his guts thrown open.
Yep. So this is what's been going on down here.
Well, it's part of the deal. It was no questions asked, Karazlu. I did not break our deal. I don't. I did not tell them you were down here. I did not indicate that you were here at all. And Karazlu says, "Yes, I understand, Aaron. It's okay. I unfortunately, it would seem that our deal has come to an end. So I'm not sure that you have an alternative backer. But it may be apparent that I'm being forced to move on."
The individuals we are looking for look very much uncremated.
Yes, indeed. Well, I couldn't very well tell you that as part of my deal with Karazlu, I was to give him use of any corpses that he may that may come our way.
But you told us they were cremated, and we're
I did.
under
I did
instigating
specifically.
crime. Yeah, it's not very helpful, don't you think?
Well, it's I couldn't very well break my deal with Karazlu.
Tell us more about the ghouls infesting the farmlands.
Well, it's here scuttlebutt here and there. Farmers come by and such. Probably started to the south. I pass on what I know from Krasley. He's much more well versed in these sort of matters than I am. He can.
Who's Krasley?
Krasley's the necromancer.
Oh, Okay, I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah. So, and the necromancer goes over what he thinks is going on. That's somewhere there's a patient zero down near Old Hambley Farm, and it's creating ghouls down there. Seems to be more recent and more reports of ghoul activity that reached Dr. Habe here at the sanitarium. He says before your friend left, I had warned her to be careful on the roads about the ghouls, and she flashed her rapier and said, "I've got something for them." She seemed quite skilled. Is there something going on in the farmlands?
Well, your friend here informed us that there was a ghoul infestation at Hambley Farms. Well, infestation might be strong, but
Yes,
one ghoul is one ghoul too many. So
I was kind of it's. I was hoping to witness Grace Sevilla, I believe his name was. I was hoping to witness his transformation. Of course, I won't be able to make any notes about that. I won't be able to.
yeah, thank goodness, because they could have really hurt somebody.
Yes,
or
they are
spread
quite
the
dangerous. I was going to see him subdued and then brought down here to Karazlu, who had guaranteed me that he had the means to handle it. What's to
What do you think your medical profession will think about this?
Oh, well, they probably wouldn't be too open-minded about it. That's for certain. But, like I said, I'm bound by my agreement with Karazlu not to interfere with his work. And I didn't. I did stay to that. And I would very much like to continue our partnership, Karazlu, if possible. I don't know where else to seek funding from. I do very much want to continue my research out here and hopefully help some people along the way.
That's Habe speaking.
That's Habe speaking, yeah.
Well, you need to talk to the town about that and see what they'll. I understand that you think what you're doing is a great thing, but you're making compromises. Who knows what other compromise you may make? But that's for the legal people to decide on. But you're going to have some explaining to do.
I understand. But who's to care for the patients?
Well,
Like, what
they're
about
only
that
an hour
poor,
away.
what about that poor unfortunate Pidgeot upstairs? You've seen his condition.
Yep. So we're an hour out of
Would you
Sandpoint.
just slay him and be done with it?
No, I didn't say that. We'll,
Well,
we leave from
what
here.
is the
We're
difference
an hour
between?
away. We go to Sandpoint. We'll send other people back here, and they can figure out what they need to do with him.
Why don't we just report and move on? I mean,
He says, "I'm not going anywhere. If Hemlock wants to come out here and search around, I'm more than welcome to allow that."
He
He
sent
didn't.
us to do that. Here's the writ.
yeah, we just tell them what we found and go visit the farm, find the source of these murders.
Yeah. I kind of want to inform Hemlock immediately, but I also want to immediately check out the farm.
So
So
you're
I don't know
probably
what you
looking
guys
at, by the time you guys are doing everything and stuff like that, you're probably looking at it's probably like noonish right now. To get all the way down there, you'd probably be looking at 2-3 hours.
Where is the farm again?
south, right?
Yeah, south.
Yeah. So
All the way up there. Okay. North? North, you mean, right?
well,
Oh, no, down here, south. I
Yeah.
see. Yep.
We're on the Ashen Rise. We need to go across the bridge.
Yep. No, I thought we were the other way. Yep. Oh, I got it.
So, party discussion, I guess. So Alexis's thought is we need to check out the farm before we go back to town. But we have these guys here, and do we leave them here, or do we?
He's
take
not
them?
murdering people. He's helping
Yeah.
people. Let him run his asylum. You want the necromancer out so he doesn't animate people? He's out. I think we ought to, though, seek some sort of alternate funding.
I would suggest if the necromancer is prepared to go and self-report himself, and then he
Have a
can do
name,
that.
you know. I'm right here. Karazlu is my name.
Gas power would kill, buddy. Do it now. Hurry.
I'm good with leaving. He's been cooperative, Sarasla.
Yep, Karazlu. And he also used up his best spells. God damn you, Ratatouille.
Well, I think the most important need for Alexis is to investigate the farm, find out how bad this ghoul is there. Because this is under control. The undead that were here are destroyed. They're not coming back. They're destroyed, right? And I look at the
Yeah, absolutely. And
you can't bring
says
these back. They're done.
Oh, I can bring them back.
Well, okay. Then they.
I have agreed not to. I'm not.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course I can bring them back. Can't bring them back today. You should probably see to them as properly. I don't know whose job it is to do that now that I'm not responsible for this sort of thing. But
How
yeah,
far in advance you paid Habe for your?
Just this month.
So funding's good for a month then, right?
No, this is the last day of the month, I believe. Erin Habe. So
Yeah, it's Halloween. Yeah.
yes, I don't believe I'll be needing next month. Unless you want to allow me to stay for another month, I would be happy to pay up. And if you give me a month to move on, then absolutely. I'd be happy to provide.
This is hard to say, so Alexis probably stutters through this, but you do have knowledge, and knowledge is needed. If you stay right here, and we bring you a ghoul, should that be something that happens, you could give us direct information on how to end this plague.
I would be more than willing to help or try to help.
You mean a ghoul body? I don't want to capture a ghoul.
Yeah, it would be one that is no longer animating.
What I could
That
what
would-
I could tell you would be I may be able to come up with a connection between the man upstairs and a ghoul that you bring me from, say, the wild to the south, the farmlands, and I might be able to establish a connection based on the pathogens that I see.
and which could lead to a way to eradicate this problem.
I'm not certain about that. I believe the best way to eradicate a ghoul infestation is to kill all the ghouls. I'll give you that bit of advice for free.
Yeah, that much we can do. We can understand. Kill them all. Yes, that would be wonderful.
But I could definitely establish a connection.
Yeah, because I think that if we have you stay and can get that information, then we know where you are. We know where Habe is. Should something need to come back to it, we know we with this information with.
Well, it seems, Aaron, I may be needing the laboratory for another month, if that is okay with you.
I want the party to pitch in on this thought because this is probably real hard for her to say.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and it's like
You also
not
know
making
that,
it-
yeah, this guy's not like, unless this guy's the murderer and has you totally flummoxed.
Yeah, he's probably not the lordship. That's my thought.
You're not getting
In which case,
the vibe that he spends a lot of time out of the basement.
And he had no idea who Per was.
No.
Or at least I'm convinced, based on my role, he has no idea who that is. So he didn't leave that letter.
Yeah, and if you ask Habe, Habe says he doesn't really discuss patients with Karazlu that aren't intrinsic to their deal. Like anything, Karazlu's interested in anything involving a dead body or the undead. Period. End of discussion. The other stuff that goes on, I don't want to know who you're treating, what their maladies are, anything like that. Don't even come down here. You don't have a key. You don't have access to this area. That's their agreement. And for that, he pays 100 gold pieces a month.
Or what does everyone else think about what we should do?
Yeah, I'll go with consensus. I'm just as happy to turn them all in and bear the consequences. My biggest problem with this is they actually have no consequences for what is basically a very weird set of ethics they have on how they do. This is like doing using live patients for experimentation. They aren't
Right.
live, but they're the equivalent of the live in undead world, and
But if-
and there's no controls on them.
If we keep him here, go investigate south.
Yeah, no, I get that.
No.
I'm prepared to do that.
Get that later.
Yeah, I'm prepared to do that because I think they're going to have to get out of town eventually.
They did
But,
give
you
us information that they could have just shut their lip and said nothing. So
Or
Well,
they could have been combative. or
we
they
might
could
have shut
tried
their
to-
lip permanently
to
then if they
flee.
did.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, let's head south.
Okay. So by the time you guys have all this discussion, Karazlu has scribed the fly spell. He's shaking hands with Ratatouille. Well, it's too bad you have to go. We could have had lunch.
I want the doctor guy. I want to ask him if he wants to trade.
The doctor guy. What sort of trade do you have in mind? What sort of?
I have money. I have magic. I have a zombie named Fred.
I don't know. I've had to sever the connection for that for Fred. I apologize. Your friend's morals.
I'm out of character. He had a magic item on him. I'm trying to figure out what it is and if he wants to trade it.
Oh, he says, the bell. Okay, so he's got a bell, and Karazlu have a bell, and When he rings it, it doesn't make any noise on his bell. It makes noise on Karazlu's bell. That means, hey, I need to talk to you.
Ooh. You want to trade it?
Does it make a noise?
He says, no. When Habe rings his bell, his bell doesn't make any noise, but Karazlu's bell makes noise. Now, when Karazlu rings his bell, his doesn't make any noise. Habe's makes noise.
Huh.
It's just a pair of magic items, probably worth about 250 gold pieces.
Yeah. You want to trade it? You want to sell it?
Yes. Actually, I may need funding. I may need the funds, yes. Karazlu, that bell that I've given you, we'll be using standard knocks from now on. You hear that? That means perhaps you should come up and I need to talk to you. And then, he gives you 2 bells. I don't have a magic item made up for it or anything like that. It's just a little signaling system. And Habe says, as far as I know, the range is unlimited as long as you're in the same state.
How much?
250 gold pieces.
Ay, Chihuahua.
Well, that would
250
fund your
gold
place
pieces.
for quite some time.
Well, a few months, yes.
Oh. How about 150 and I keep this place quiet?
Well, I don't believe that's
It
what
may not be your
Yeah.
possibility.
If you silence your friends permanently.
Well, he won't say anything.
Yeah, he won't say anything.
It's okay.
I'll meet you in the middle.
Hey, I'm not lying.
I'll meet you in the middle. 200. 100 for each.
Sure. I tell the party, like, if I'm out scouting ahead and I can give it to somebody, and if there's trouble,
Yeah.
I don't have to yell or scream. Like, this seems...
You ring a bell that you have that is silent on your end, and whatever direction, distance away, a little bell rings.
No,
Yeah.
that seems...
There's 50 gold to help for the cause.
I have 57 gold and I'm out. So I need help, peoples.
Anybody
Does
else?
that include the 50 I just gave you?
No. No, I have 107.
All right, let's see what Alendrell has. You spend his money while he's not here.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, he's here. All right, well, holy shit, you're lucky you said that, 'cause I was about to buy it.
You almost contributed 50 gold to the cause.
Just checking my money.
Everybody else is doing the short arms, long pockets.
How much more you need?
You need 93 more. 93 more.
Yeah.
This is for the bell, and Habe can use the money to keep the institution going.
The money's going to Habe. Habe is yeah.
Which Habe has said the words. The money goes to the institution.
100%.
Yes.
All of Habe's money goes to the institution.
Yeah.
He's buying all the supplies from Magnamar and stuff like that.
I'll give him 50.
So you need what?
43 more.
43? All right, here you go.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Habe gives up the pair. You just anybody on their sheet just write Bell.
Well, who do you want to have it? Obviously, Ratatouille gets one, so it's your item. Who do you want to give the other one to?
You. You're the likely to be the closest to him.
Like who's the guy that's the frontline fighter who's gonna save me?
It would be between me and Rampa, more than likely.
Or maybe Oric Van Kaskerkin. He's outside thinking about stealing your horses.
Yeah. We go out there and it's like no horses left. Where the hell they go?
Yeah.
No,
I'm getting this funny feeling that my horse got a hairdo. I don't know why.
Exactly.
So it's like the empathetic link that I'm gonna get at level 5, but it's not fully formed. So
you know what?
Count for stats. I'm just getting this feeling.
You get like a vibe, like I feel pretty.
Yeah, no, I figure the best one to give it to is probably Alexa, because
Okay.
you're going to be the first one to get to them. And if not, you can always warn the rest of us.
Yeah, I'll hold it, and if we feel the need to change, we can do that.
Yeah,
That's no
yeah.
problem.
But usually,
Just-
what the marching orders have been Ratatouille and Alandrol is, if necessary, to have 2 scouters, then you, then me, and then the rest.
Yep.
Add item.
Yeah, just do item, just do like Silver Bell, and we'll know that's a good little signaling system for you guys. It's a magic item that I just kind of made up in between sessions, thinking to myself, how would these guys communicate based on their deal? And that was it.
It makes no sound on.
Makes a sound on the opposite bell.
Okay, so
So the ringer doesn't make any sound, but it makes sound on the other bell in the
if
pair.
I ring it,
If you ring it, it
points
makes
where
Ratatouille's.
he. Okay,
Yeah.
so if I'm like, where the hell's Ratatouille? Ring, ring, ring. There
Actually-
he is.
or you
Mouse
want
catcher.
breakfast brought up.
Yeah, right.
So I want to secure it in such a way where it doesn't jingle on my person.
Oh,
Do you know
okay.
what I mean?
That's part of the magic. You have to actually physically ring it with your hand.
Okay. So I'll set it up that way, or put it somewhere on me where I can hear it if it rings.
Yeah.
But I'm not actually going to kick it or jingle it. Yeah.
Okay. It even if you did, it wouldn't. It has to actually be in your hand, and you have to think about ringing it. So it's an action to do it.
Okay.
Like we'll call it a move action between us all right now.
Okay. So now we got to come up with like 2 rings means this, a ring and a half ring means I don't know.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Ding ding da ding ding means this. All right. So what do you say we head out and investigate the south?
Yep.
All
Farms.
right. So
Let's do it.
you.
So we got the location, the name of the farm area, but is there like a more specific destination that, like, so that we don't just run to open farmland? We kind of know like where we're going.
Yeah, if you go down the Lost Coast Road and you cross over Soggy River, somewhere between Soggy River and Foxglove River,
Okay.
the farmlands in that little kind of like vale area is where so opposite of the Bleaklow Moor, which is on the west side of the Lost Coast Road. There's and Brine Stump Marsh is off to the west as well.
Yeah.
There's always been like the occasional ghoul attack. This seems more concerted.
When I was looking at this map, trying to find like farmlands Alexis might have been from,
Yes.
I kind of, without knowing any plot like this, I was eyeballing, like if you're looking at the map and the word farmland shows up. it's
Okay.
Like one of those 3 near that mountain. Weasel Creek, like under the word Weasel Creek. Yep, bingo.
Okay.
That was kind of what I had in mind.
Okay.
I don't have a name for it because I wasn't looking at the book trying to
The
look shit up or
the
anything.
Nova family farm.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, it's
No.
not a family. She's adopted. Right?
That's right
So,
too. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So the family that adopted her lives at
Yeah.
that farm.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting to know. So you might have a little bit of information about how long did you live there for?
From 12 to 19.
Okay, so there is a couple interesting locations that you're always told to stay away from because they're dangerous. One of them is
Yeah.
called Wisher's Well. And now that you've seen what a Thessalonian ruins look like, now that you think about it, Old Wisher's Well could very well be another Thessalonian ruin. It's a circular stone tower, only 30 feet high from the outside. It drops away like at least 100 feet down. And there's it ends. There's a big pool of water down there. And there's a bunch of caves inside the wall of the well. You're always told to stay away from there. It was dangerous, but every once in a while, you'd sneak out. You're familiar with that? Egan's Wood.
So what I was getting at was I don't know specifically the region where we're going because it's the opposite end of the farmlands.
right. Like Egan's Wood, you'd know that it's reportedly giant spiders. And the Ashen Rise itself, not really that dangerous. I mean, the occasional sturge or something like that is probably what the most dangerous that you get there. So that would be the closest to where you guys are now. You can follow the road to the bridge that crosses Cougar Creek to the Ashen Moor, and then down the trail from the farmland to the Lost Coast Road if you want. That seems to be the most direct way down. Or
All right.
or you can cut up and around, go past Wisher's Well, and follow all the way along the roads till you get south. You're probably not sure about the bridges across the Soggy River. You know for certain there is a covered bridge that crosses the Soggy River on the Lost Coast Road.
The way I figure is we'd go straight there through the yellow path,
Okay.
and maybe like however long it takes to travel. This is like topic of conversation. You know, that Wisher's Well reminds me of Ruin, blah blah blah. So it kind of shares with the group.
Yeah, you can go 12 squares in an hour on this map. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so you get to the outskirts of the. So you cross over Soggy River on the Lost Coast Road at about, say, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time everything gets arranged and discussed and traded and bought and sold and interrogated and all that stuff. Is that the way that you wish to go as a group? Or does anybody have anything? Like when you went outside, Mims and Oric are standing outside talking, and the horses have like pine cones braided into their hair.
I posted a picture.
Oh, did you really? I didn't see it. Let's have a look here. That's awesome.
Sundancer feels very pretty.
Yeah, Sundancer's kind of like extremely proud of that.
If he didn't buck you, then whatever.
Shadow Mist is a little jealous if you left him out.
I mean, Shadow Mist got braided too, but just
or her.
or her.
What
I'm
about
just giving an example.
What about Gordon Gecko? He's been kind of like floating around in the periphery, looking to get in.
I don't know if I can braid him. Really I can give him
got the same kind of hair.
Actually, Gordon Gecko kind of when Ratatouille's not around and you're around, he radiates to you. He knows that you're a reptile person, and
I bet him and Tinder have really intense conversations.
Yeah. Tinder's calling him his pet. That's my pet. I know I loan him to the rat, but really he's my servant.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, Gordon seems actually quite taken with you as well. He's quite comfortable around you.
Well, I guess we're observing though, looking for signs of cool activity along the path. Dead bodies, panicked citizens, that kind of stuff.
All right.
And for some reason, Mim has a pocket full of pine cones.
All right. So at the mention of panicked citizens.
Woo.
Let's see here, where are we? Where is Farmer Grump? Let's see here. All right. I didn't scroll down far enough. Okay. So you see running up the road, a somewhat panicked looking older man. Where's his picture here? I know I have an image of him. You should have it listed here. This is what happens when you don't do the work yourself. There we go. And for the record, this man is not a ghoul, even though he looks kind of ghoulish. So he's running up the road, and he's got a pitchfork in hand.
Looks like a zombie.
He does. He looks extremely zombie. Let's see here.
Didn't we talk to him in the prison?
No.
Or so it's just someone. It's an image that looks similar to one of the guys there. Okay.
It's his second cousin twice removed.
Yeah.
It might be relation. Okay. So, this man, his name's Maester Grump. He's got a pitchfork. He's got some blood on his hands and the pitchfork and stuff like that. And he's frantically babbling. As soon as he sees you, he's waving. He's like, "Hello, hello! Be careful down there. If you're going to the south, be careful of the walking scarecrows."
Walking scarecrows?
And he stops and he's out of breath. He's like,
Show us which way.
"It's to the south. To the south.
What's the blood on your pitchfork from?
The farmers, the able-bodied farmers, we got together, and we went to Hambley Farm, trying to see what's been going on down there. There's been creatures attacking the farms at night.
How long has this been happening?
A couple of weeks now.
Wow.
What did you stab?
One of the scarecrows, one of the walking scarecrows.
Scarecrow bleeds?
This one did.
Interesting.
That doesn't sound good.
Well,
Okay.
it sounds better than it not bleeding, because that means we could probably take it out.
He says, We're
That's true.
not sure what's going on at the old Hamby place. It's, things just ain't been right there for a few days now.
We know that the patient that we fought when Rampa hit him, blood splurted everywhere. He was infected but hadn't turned yet.
Yes.
Right?
That's
He's
true.
still
Yep.
bled. Yeah.
Well, let's go see what's down there.
Okay, so just as you're doing that, you're thinking about going and stuff like that. They pulled down a couple of the farmers, and the scarecrows just began eating them, just feeding on them. They were alive. They even ate the dogs. He looks like he's seen some shit.
Oh, now you've crossed the line.
It's okay to kill them, but you can't eat them.
No, it's the dogs. It's the dogs. I don't care about farmers.
Yeah. And my disclaimer is no pets were harmed in the. So he's like, I've got to get to Sandpoint and warn the sheriff.
Yeah, you keep going.
All right.
Tell him you saw us on the way to the site.
Maester Grump, exit stage right. I will.
Yep.
All right.
I'm sure he knows by us. It'd be pretty obvious, like who he's referring to. Some random people in the street, you know.
All right. So on the map, there's two ways to go. There is, you get down about another quarter of a mile. There's a path that leads into the farmlands, or you can get there by another path that leads to the Foxglove River. Or that leads along the Fox River. Pardon me, I said.
Yep. So whichever way you think is fastest, I think is what we should do.
Probably to stay on the main road and then cut off on the last one will probably be the quickest. You're not really just a general. These paths to the farmlands. A lot of times they're between fields and stuff like that, so you don't have a really good line of sight. Even though you're up on horses, there's there's the corn stalks and stuff like that. I don't know what they did in old times. They didn't cut down the whole plant, did they? They just pulled off the cobs and kept like the 6-7 foot high corn and wheat and stuff like that. So there's like furrows that go through the farmlands on the paths and stuff like that. So you're probably best to stay on the main road for visibility's sake for as long as possible. once you get off the main road and then you get into like little laneways, you're kind of going between. It's not like the land isn't all cleared, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you get around. Takes about another. Let's see here. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably another 15 minutes till you get around near Hambley Farm, and I am going to take these other guys off the map because they were not combatants.
If they're being eaten, they might appreciate staying there, but
No, I'm going to take the zombies and the necromancers off the map. And I'm going to add you guys to a map. I'm not sure what sort of visibility and such that they've given here. There's the lighting. Let me click on somebody and get a point of view here. Okay. All right. So let's see here.
the fog of war.
Yes, most definitely.
I have a big fog of war. Oh, there it is. I was saying I couldn't even get the map to come up.
All right. So
Got quite a party here.
sure do.
Everybody loves a party. Come on.
What have I done?
13 people. It's a lucky number.
It is very auspicious. Let me release the minis. Okay, so those furrows, those are, let's see here. These are cornfields. So it's rather like large vegetation. You guys are up on horses, so you get a decent line of sight over the corn. You can kind of follow where the path goes. It's hard to see into the corn, but you can see from where you are a scarecrow. A scarecrow. Let's see here. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted.
I see one now. Yep. Scarecrow number 1.
Okay, so that's the one I want you to see. Okay. So he up on a set of sticks, arms stretched out. Looks like see straw coming out of the shirt, sack over the head, eyes drawn on it, kind of thing on the sack. As you get
It's
Well,
just
it's-
us and our horses. Nobody has a cart, right?
I think Darcel has a cart. I haven't gotten to making him a cart mini. The
Okay.
the roving
I
wedding.
thought we had one, but I couldn't remember. if
It's
that
like a
was
roving
right.
wedding chapel. Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't set up shop for that yet, but I will soon.
And then on Tuesdays, it's Weddings by Elvis.
Yeah.
So the gather your minis. You can move them around as you see fit.
Well, I can't move Shadow Mist, but
Yeah.
Oh, you can't
Let's
use
assume-
move Sundancer?
Sundancer is stuck.
Okay.
It's like that.
so assuming I'm on him, I'll come in down here. Does the Scarecrow? Oh, what happened to the Scarecrow?
Yeah, I can't see it.
Let's see here. Where is?
Oh, there we go.
No, I tried to move that onto your sheet
Okay.
so you can move it around.
Sundancer moved.
There
but
it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was trying to do this. Give you
Scarecrow
control.
disappeared.
Give you control.
Yeah, it keeps disappearing, but that's okay.
Shadow
Oh, I see
Mist.
it now. I got it.
Can you move them around now? Do you have control? I think we're gonna eventually just have to make their own
I cannot, but
their,
we'll get
their
there.
own character sheets. Let's just assume that you're on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm going to need one at level 5 anyway, so.
when you can
Whatever
summon
that-
it. Okay. Well, the scarecrow, as I last saw, was about 30 feet in front of me now, or 15, 20 feet in front of me.
It is, and
I will get off my horse and approach it. What do I see? Is it does it come at me?
no, he's it looks like a scarecrow. He's definitely on the wood. Hands or the arms are tied around with wood to keep them stretched out. The legs are like it looks like an actual scarecrow tied on a cross.
Okay, so when I get there, he doesn't animate or anything like that.
No,
Okay.
but give me a perception check as you get within like 30 feet.
Okay. Let me get back to there and give you a perception.
Okay. It looks like a normal scarecrow. Like you can see the padded stuffing and that kind of stuff. Doesn't seem to be anything unusual.
Oh, these are not the scarecrows we're looking for.
These are not the scarecrows you're looking for. From there,
Sense magic on it.
nothing on scarecrow number 1.
Okay. I got to get my oldest to bed. I'll roll initiative in case it's needed, and I'll be back later. Just take care of my troops.
Okay, sure. You see a couple more scarecrows down the furrow that you're going. Rampa and Alendro.
And do they look like they're moving?
Yes, they are. There is some movement to them. They're kind of like struggling.
All right. There they are, boys.
All right, let's get some initiatives.
I was going to say everybody wants initiative now.
I would say so. Let's do Sasha for him.
I think he rolled it before he left, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said he was
well,
going to roll it before he left.
If you re-roll it, I'm sure he'd be happy with that. But you know,
He rolled a 2 and a 5. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me just get Auric here. He's with you as well. All right. Well, you got an extra 10 out of it. All right. So, the people in the back, you can kind of see some activities. And I'll give you 2 rounds to cast any preparatory spells that maybe you want to have going that last longer than a few rounds.
Sure.
Before we do start in with the combat rounds. Because you can see, you come up, you investigate, you're not seeing the scarecrow. Then you see one of the other scarecrows move, and you're like, it's on. So
9 temporary hit points.
Okay. Let's see here. You've got it. Perfect. Anybody else? Mage armors?
Mims is going to tap a power nobody's seen yet.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mims all of a sudden doesn't quite look like the Mims you know or have known.
All right.
It gets a little scaly.
Oh. Is it like a werewolfy kind of transformation, or is it kind of like a smooth and subtle transformation?
From what I understand, it's probably more smooth and subtle because it's still humanoid shape.
Okay.
But she just becomes more scaly, and if anybody's looking at her face, she gets fangs. But there's no claws or a tail yet.
Okay. Yeah, it's Oryx sees that and he's like, oh, what's going on here? Anybody else have any other spells they want to put on or anything before the fun begins?
the spell of
Especially like
lance.
like mage armor and stuff like that. Some of the more longer lasting ones. All right. Going once. Going twice.
No, nothing.
Round 1.
Do I need
Rampa.
to flip anything
Right.
on for that AC?
10,
You know
20.
what? Just
You want me just to add the natural in for that?
add the effects to the combat tracker.
And 20,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and hit him with my Naginata.
All right. Fire when ready, sir. That is a hit. Okay, so digs into the scarecrow, and what it is it's the same kind of design. There's still like a burlap sack on the head, but there's holes cut for eyes, and the you can see now that the hands
So it's
the hands
an
are
outfit.
yeah, the hands are kind of like old and gray. You can see there's definitely a creature within there, and it's definitely going to get loose.
Okay.
Have it-
Did all my damage appear to go through,
It did,
even though it's minimum?
even though it's
I
minimal.
rolled a 1.
It does.
Okay.
When you do that, which one was that? It leaps down from the cross, and I'm going to make it make an acrobatics check to beat your CMD to avoid an AOO. Oh, I thought I had it. Looks like you get an attack of opportunity, sir.
I do.
That is a hit.
That's better.
Okay, and where does the Naginata strike?
Right across the middle, swinging it completely parallel like a baseball bat.
Okay, so you kind of gut it. It goes down. Mims. And you
Don't
can
really
see
have choice.
the other scarecrow to the south of that
Mhm.
starts to squirm. Mims can see a scarecrow in just like the head of a scarecrow kind of turn and look at her from where she is. It's to the south west a little, like southwest. And Rampa can also see. Let's see here. A couple more scarecrows.
You might have to add a custom effect because I don't.
It just got put on the map.
I didn't put it on your.
No,
I
for.
thought I
Oh,
put it
maybe
on your
it's-
sheet
Let me check my sheet then.
under actions. Let me do that for you. Let me look.
Yeah, you have it under actions. It just doesn't show me when I'm in combat.
Okay, so what you do is you. Where are you? Okay, so you should be able to see on and off and all that. When you're on and you're in combat, it does all the stuff automatically.
Okie dokie.
And then you
I have to flip buttons.
yeah.
Okay. Well, there's somebody over there I can go numb on.
Yes.
Returned.
Just in time for the actions. You're up. I re-rolled your initiative because I thought you were gone,
Oh.
and it worked out
Okay.
better for you.
It had to be better.
So there's ghoul. Okay.
They seem to be ghouls. They're disguising themselves as scarecrows.
And a quick question: what's the lighting?
Daytime.
So bright light.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 4, 5, 6.
That is a hit.
Mims bites it.
All right. Does damage.
That's brave, biting the ghoul. No?
Yes. So the ghoul tears himself down from the post and makes an acrobatics check to avoid an attack of opportunity. What is your CMD?
For Mims, 16.
16. Okay, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Bite again?
Bite again.
Or attempt. Okay.
Ooh, got a big old mouthful there. Oh, okay. So you hit. All right.
Is he getting resistance to it? No, it's net
Nope.
-1. Never
Nope.
mind. That's me.
Okay.
I had to fix that strength score.
So he gets 1 attack on Mims.
Got the fever.
Check it and see.
Actually, he doesn't hit me.
Oh, I
'Cause that
see.
should be a yeah, because my AC is 20 at the moment with the natural.
Oh, it's already calculated in there. It's on there.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it was 19 before the natural because of the armor.
He rolled a 20 to hit.
Okay.
So 19 plus 1, 20. That's still a hit.
Okay, dokie.
I'm going to get you to favor me with not 1, but 2 fortitude saves. Which one do you... Okay, I'm going to go in my head. Okay, I've got it in my head. So you roll the first one, and I'll tell you anything that might have happened.
Copper arm off.
All right, and roll the second one.
Oh man, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
All right. So, the first one, you kind of tense up for a second, but you fight through. Sasha.
I cast a spell on Sushi,
Okay.
and that's it.
All right. So this guy's got to jump down right in front of Rampa, so he's got to make acrobatics checks. Your CMD, sir, is not 13. 16. He draws an attack of opportunity from Rampa. You might be muted.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, that's he only needs to. He didn't need it when he jumped down, but he does when he comes toward me. And does 12 beat a CMD? Probably not.
Probably not. Let me see what his CMD is. 14.
Okay, that's what I was saying when I was muted.
You're gonna trip him?
Yep,
Okay. All right.
but I didn't.
He gets past and
Yep.
lunges at you with a bite. Holy shit. Oh, it missed. Okay.
Yep.
You guys are stout. Running up the the furrows is a scarecrow charging at Sushi and Sasha. Alendro.
Okay, so that scarecrow normal one, is it still normal?
Which one?
Yeah. Scarecrow number 1, it's still normal.
Yeah, it hasn't moved. Scarecrow number 1 has not moved.
It didn't have any legs or anything else. The other ones seemed to have.
It had legs.
On.
It didn't seem to be anything inside the suit other than like straw.
25.
Where the other ones definitely have something inside. There's something
Yeah,
inside.
they're definitely. You can see them moving.
You have the flank.
Now you have the flank.
Flanks a lot.
Flanking.
Only too bad I didn't trip him.
Nice.
That hits.
That is most definitely a hit.
Did it do the sneak? It didn't, did it?
It's okay. You can apply that precision damage. Just roll it now. Should work.
Okay.
You say the CMD was 14?
Yes.
Okay, I won't make you go back, but I should have added 2 to that for undead.
Ah, yes. That's right. And 2 extra points of damage. Right?
Yep.
Just roll 2d6s for me,
All
Dan.
right, man.
If you beat a 4, you kill it.
Having trouble finding your dice?
He's trying
No,
to. You have to roll them in the chat screen.
Yeah.
We just double click on your weapon.
My chat screen's so small though. It's fucking
Yep.
hard to hit it.
Just drop them in it. Just bring it over.
Yeah, just drop them in. You can do them one at a time too if you want. You don't have to do them both up. Or if you have the 6-sided dice at home, I'll trust you. Just roll away and tell me what you get.
Yeah.
And it's where your
6.
cursor is. It doesn't matter what the dice look like. As long as the cursor's in that narrow spot, you're good. See, you got too many screens. I told you not to get a second screen.
Kids these days, Rampa.
I know.
There we go. Boom.
Don't even ask me how many tabs I have up at the moment, okay?
Don't even need the second one. Second one's just showing off.
Big 2.
All right. Alandrill comes around, comes through the corn and out, and
//
Kukri. Done. Ghoul number 3. Where are you on the map here?
So none of us are noticing an irritating, deep smell of rotten meat and any of that other stuff like
You're noticing, yeah, there's definitely the odor of dead bodies in the area.
Tender and Mims would definitely know.
Darsel.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up. Go for partners in need of healing or marriage. Yeah. Now the secret's out. No, one more. That's my double move, and that's it for now. Can't quite reach.
All right.
Can't quite reach the guy.
Excellent. Auric. Let's see. What is this movement? Is it 30 or 20? It's 20. All right. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. If he can get to there. Let's put him there instead. He's coming in trying to help. Ratatouille. Uncharacteristically late in the round.
I'd be on Gordo, the gecko.
Yes, Gordon Gecko. He is, yep. So let's just assume he's underneath you.
Hey.
He's got a good movement speed.
Yeah, he's trekking. I'm good.
Okay. I'll just move him right up beside you. We'll say he's right underneath you. Alexis comes thundering in on Sundancer.
Yeah, I can't move Sundancer.
Nope.
So
Let's
I'm just
assume that
pretending-
Sundancer's right beneath you.
And we've established that Scarecrow 1 is normal and not.
He seems to be normal. As Rampa's cursory investigation led him away from that instantly when he saw movement on the other one.
Do I see Scarecrow number 3?
You definitely, you definitely see Scarecrow number 3.
Okay, I'm counting spaces. 1.
You have a charge at Scarecrow Ghoul number 3.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I know it was a little bit through the corn, but
No, you most definitely easily have a charge.
coming through, Rampa.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh, that-
talking about this guy right here. Um,
3 is the one I see that's directly south.
okay.
I can't mark on the map, I guess.
Okay, I got you. Yep, that guy there.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's marked. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
a straight shot. But
It's a straight shot.
I see it. I see an arrow to one where I don't see a enemy.
Oh, okay. You can't see that guy?
There's no enemy there on my screen.
Okay, there is one actually.
Is it?
I'm
because-
assuming I can't see because of the
It's-
corn rows because
yeah.
my sight is blocked.
He's
for
it's
me-
it's charging up the furrow towards Sushi and Sasha.
Okay, because I can see Auric just
Well, I
barely,
don't
but I can't see anybody
have a-
else.
Something I can target to make a roll against.
Once you get closer, you probably can, if that's what you wanted to do. Can you see
Well,
him
if
now?
I go here. Nope. I see the arrow, and then that's it.
Hang on here.
I could screenshot it for you.
See
There you
that?
go.
I think
Okay, he must have been hidden. Yeah,
I think the corn rows are hurting the.
Now he says 3. He was down south for me a moment ago.
Yeah, there's multiple Scarecrow 3s.
Okay. Make sure I'm targeting him.
This guy was definitely running up the furrow, and you could definitely see him.
The 2 scarecrows I can see south of me, though, I'm assuming are not moving, or are they moving too?
I'm gonna get a
Oh, what's
perception
wrong?
check for me on your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good.
All right. I can't target number 3.
You should be able
Oh, there
to.
he is.
Yep, there we go.
Finally. Sorry.
It's okay.
Well, I'm going to give him a bit of the lance.
Yeah.
See,
So from Shadow
Charging.
Dancers or Sundancer's spot, you get reach too, right? And charging.
Yeah. So if I'm getting reached, I'm going to do it from here.
Do you have Spirited Charge by any chance?
I don't have the feet, no.
What about Ride by Attack?
No.
Okay.
If you get
Nope.
mounted combat,
You call yourself a knight?
Yeah. Not yet.
All right.
Oh, I didn't have a horse. I mean, I had a horse, but it wasn't
Yeah.
proficient.
so
Was it-
far he's only dusk.
the horse wasn't allowed to go anywhere either, which doesn't help.
So +2 for charging, and we're going to do that.
All right.
Ta-da. See what happens. Probably not good.
You miss.
Yeah.
The excitement.
I
You're
don't
gonna,
want Sundancer biting it. I don't want Sundancer to turn to a ghoul. So, yeah. But by the way, Sundancer's wearing the barding,
yes.
but I couldn't update the heavy horse page, so we got to factor that in if he gets attacked.
Okay, great. What kind of barding did you go with?
Studded leather,
Leather?
masterwork.
Okay.
Studded
So
leather, masterwork.
studded
this
leather.
should
So
be-
3 points of armor. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, that's it for I can do. I'm like cursing myself because I suck.
All right. Sushi.
All right. Sushi
So
tries
far,
to disorient it.
that
with the tail?
that scarecrow right beside you has not moved at all, and it appears for all purposes to be a normal scarecrow. But you've seen other scarecrows in similar attire break free and charge and are moving around and stuff like that from their mooring. But this one here
Gotcha.
doesn't appear to have moved at all. Doesn't
And we'll
necessarily
go-
mean there's nothing there, but unless you investigate further.
Now this one had jumped about.
Yeah,
correct?
that one was running up towards you guys. And
All right,
in
then,
a very horror movie kind of fashion.
Sushi comes up, attempts to grab it by the back of the neck like a kitten. Misses. Okay,
Yes. All right.
that's it.
Then we've got the animals, Sundancers. The Sundancer's disappointment is palpable. First actual charge with the lance at 4th level.
Oh, I did hit with the lance in previous encounters, but
I
this
know,
one
but this
was-
was waiting for total evisceration and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Rampa.
Dice Gods had other plans.
Yes.
Okay.
If you give me a perception check now that you're looking at these other 2 scarecrows that you can see.
Just a second here.
There's probably a third one you can see too. Yeah, you can see 3. Okay, you don't see any movement from any of those 3 scarecrows.
Okay.
No, actually,
Uh,
you
but
got
I see one.
20. The one furthest south,
Hmm.
you can see kind of like wrestling against the bonds of the.
I can also see this one over here now by Sushi.
Yes. You have
So the one south is less of a threat. He has to get here. So I'm going to go. Yeah. Oops. Well, that's not me. Hang on. No wonder I can't move it.
Is that Alendro you're trying to move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can see everyone kind of like congregating in the other furrow. You can kind of maybe shoot through the corn if you want.
No, that's not my problem. My problem is I can only move 20 feet right now.
Ah.
5, 10, 15. Oh, I see another one over here, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. I'll move to there. And I'm ready in action.
All right.
Ghoul 3 comes to where I can hit him. I will hit him.
Excellent.
And I'm done.
Mims.
Well,
Yeah, must be something about the cornrows because I could not see Ghoul 4 up there by Mims.
Yeah, it's the cornrows block site, right? So there's
And that's fine. No, that's fine. And I don't think I could reach it either. But it's great because you can only see part of the battlefield.
Yep, that's the whole idea.
Yep, it's good.
for some reason I don't see the. I know I have to like change the viewing mode in order to see bite. I don't know if it's just a thing, but
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
Mims is on El Fuego. Not confirmed though. Another 20. Nice. Okay, that one tore into the ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. Make him happy. Make him unhappy.
Are you ready for the ghoul's retribution, Mims?
Yes, maybe.
It's a terrible thing. The vengeance of a ghoul. Miss. Deftly fends off this frantic attack from this undead creature, this foul stench of death. Sasha.
Probably makes a weird grating noise against the scales, though.
I always envision ghouls as like the zombies from 28 Days Later. You know, kind of like that.
I gotcha.
Kind of like that manic fast zombies. Kind of like.
Oh, shoot. I cast on the wrong thing. Forget that.
Okay.
Let me target it instead and try again.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Do you have precise shot?
I do not. So that would have been a -4, but
I think that still hits. Let me just double check.
And it's a massive amount of damage, 14. So I'd make sure.
Yep. Let's make sure whether he gets that 1 point of damage or not. And the damage stands, sir. What about Sushi?
Yeah. Oh, is Sushi moving now?
Yeah, we're gonna go with everybody's. Okay. Their buddy can go at the same time as them. So
excellent.
Like Tinder, if Tinder wanted to go, Tinder can go.
Then all right, then we'll do a tail slap, a claw, okay. A second claw.
Yeah.
And the more important thing, the bite. The bite missed. Wow. I get to roll a lot of dice to do nothing but next.
All right.
I know that's.
So you would be up there. So this is probably going to attack Sushi straight out with full attack.
Okay.
Miss. You're gonna have to start using the bless spell before we go into combat. Alendro.
Boom. All right, I'll move back there. Everybody seems like they got it controlled there. So that's 5, 10, 15,
Give us
25.
give us a perception check as you're moving. This won't take up a turn or anything like that.
Okay.
All right. So you notice that the scarecrow directly to your right, so west on the map, is not moving. The scarecrow almost directly in your path, not moving. The scarecrow south and a little bit east, probably 20, 30 feet away from you, it seems to be struggling against the restraints, and you can hear.
Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll shoot this one.
It is a hit.
Don't forget you're undead.
I don't. Does he have that yet?
Evil. I think I have evil outsider dead.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I knew you had one of those crazy things.
C'est bon.
So that.
Oh, +1 to that because it's a point blank shot.
Okay. So that ends him. Into the chest. Head slopes down. Darcel.
Okay. Not that anybody really needs my help healing or fighting wise, but I can make it over there. Oh, that'd be a double move. No, why bother exposing myself? Okay. I'll stay there and axe ready.
You know that if you channeled energy, any ghouls who might be within 30 feet would take damage from it. And you wouldn't have to target anybody.
Yep. Well, yeah, I could, but
Okay.
they're down to their last legs anyways.
Exactly. Yep, for sure.
If scarecrows could bleed, I'd see them bleeding.
All right, excellent. All right. Auric would be in this square here. Put him in proper square. So 5, 10, 15. Comes in with his bastard sword. Says, "Good work, Mims. Hell of a bite." And comes right down between shoulder all the way across the rib cage. Pretty much just separates the top half from the bottom half.
Glad we get it for it.
Ratatouille.
Somehow it auto skipped red.
Yeah, it's my turn, but
Oh.
I don't think he had a chance to go yet.
Ratatouille, did I double click?
It's yeah.
Yeah. I must have. Unless he passed it, just as I passed it. Which sometimes happens when things are in hand. There we go. Alexis.
What did Ratatouille do?
Yeah, he passed.
Okay.
Over to you, Alexis.
All right. Does a horse need to get 5 steps closer to hoof? I don't think.
Yeah.
That's fine. That makes sense because the forward momentum does the hooves.
Yeah.
So I can't target him as Shadow Dancer, so I'm just going to roll it and we'll see what happens.
All right. Shadow Dancer.
I've got to roll it.
The sire
Sundancer.
of Sundancer
Yeah.
and Shadow Mist.
Yeah, no, it's Sundancer. I don't
Yeah.
know why I keep saying. So a lot of dice rolled.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know what
we've
happened.
got a hit.
He's better fighting
a
than
hit,
I am.
a hit, a hit. Let's
Okay,
see
so
if
it has done 2 hooves, not 4.
yeah. Well, the 4 is
So
to
I'm-
confirm a critical hit.
Okay, good. That's what.
All right, so you just roll your damage, and you're going to beat. Let's see here. Going to be to 5.
Ugh.
All right.
So that's one of
That's one. Then the other hoof. It's like a paw. It's like what do they call that? It's a hoof. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the bite, or hold off on the bite.
It's already dead. That he's not.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
bite.
already dead. Okay, it is already dead.
Well, that's his turn, and it's dead. So Alexis is like, next target.
Okay.
So since it did the full attack, he can't really move, and he already 5-foot step.
Yeah.
So Alexis just gonna spend a round surveying the area, looking for targets.
All right.
So I guess it's a perception check, right?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. So normally I'd have attacked first, but we saw how wonderful I was with the weapons. So
I think you shoot a perception out
Yeah.
there.
there it is.
Okay, so the first thing you notice is that the scarecrow next to you guys still hasn't moved, and you're not getting any. You were getting like pangs of it's automatic your detect evil, or do you have to actually?
I have to spend a move action.
Okay.
No, it isn't. No, that's not correct. Let me verify. I thought it was a free action, but let me just verify that.
Might
I
very
know
well
you
be.
get it like at 3 rounds. Like a
Yeah, you
normal
get it all at
person,
once, but you have to like activate it.
I'm pretty certain it takes a little bit of effort. I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
But certainly looking at it, I think initially you'd get the glowy or not glowy or whatever.
Gotcha.
So give me a moment to
For sure.
get the description. I have the spell here. That's a better way to do it. Detect evil.
I think it's different with the paladin. I think you have to activate it. I think
Yeah.
it's with a move action.
Fair
That sounds
Well,
about
I
right.
mean, Alexis didn't do anything.
No.
She has a full round action, so
Exactly.
use it.
Okay. 60 feet in all directions, I believe, correct?
Well, it is a cone in the direction in which I'm looking.
Okay. I'll give you 2 directions to look.
Well, I guess I'm scanning the area for targets. So my first initial would be past the current target we just killed.
Okay, so the first
And then
one you
would
get is Alendril. I'm just joking.
No.
So in that,
Ratatouille? What?
yeah. So you scan.
Ratatouille would have been more convincing.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you scan up to Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Scarecrow,
So-
normal 1, you don't get anything from, and then if you're within range of the other scarecrows, you don't get anything from them.
So Scarecrow normal 2 is not. I think he's beyond 60 feet.
Probably
so I
is
don't know.
beyond 60 feet.
Scarecrow
You get a
normal
lingering
1.
aura on the ones that are dead,
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
and combat has ended. But things go quiet now for a moment. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna poke the zombie so it looked like I actually can indeed hit something with the lance.
Yeah, okay. And it's actually there's definitely a creature, it's like a humanoid creature, undead, within that. You can feel the flesh give way.
Sorry. We can also see some farms over to the southwest. I suggest we go over there and see if there's anything we can do over there. I didn't see any other farms around immediately.
It is a move action. I just verified it. So. Sorry.
It's okay, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know that somewhere in these little corn rows and stuff like that, there's definitely the farm. You're not exactly sure where it is.
Well, no, I can actually see one south and west through the
Okay.
corn rows,
Perfect.
according to what I can see on my character anyway.
Yeah, you can probably see above the corn to the
Oh.
roof of the house and stuff like that, for sure.
We are kind of split. So as a group, which way do we want to investigate? I'm showing like a east south, full south, or like
Yeah, the
a
roads go
west
different directions.
south.
Well,
Yeah.
my first instinct would go to where we know there's people, or expect to have people, which is the farm. So I'd suggest we go there first and then continue south, if we can't do anything there.
So you're saying go east south.
No, southwest.
Southwest. Oh.
Yep. See where Scarecrow 2 is? Normal 2? Down that road, when it turns south, there's a farm on the left of it
Okay.
as
That's
we
good.
look at it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, it's way out there, but I got it now.
Yep.
All right. So
So I'll get my horse.
I'll blow the whistle that I have and sort of like get everyone's attention and point to Rampa and say this is where he wants to. Let's go all group up.
All right.
Mims. You see Mims rinsing out her mouth, but she's still all silly.
Just doing
Mims is doing Mims things.
Yeah, Mims has got some mouthwash going on, some Listerine.
Yeah.
All right.
Still can't move. Sun dancer.
That's okay.
I'm assuming I'm on my horse, but I can't see it.
All right.
I mean, I can't move it, but I'm coming over this way.
Yeah. Move your minis to where you want to be. Don't go too far.
Yeah. At this point,
Yeah.
I see 2 Scarecrow normals, and they are actually not moving.
Are you investigating further?
From this point, I guess we'll do the detect evil, and it's logical to conclude if no aura whatsoever, they're probably not undead.
Yes. So you can see Scarecrow 2, no aura. Scarecrow 3, no aura. Scarecrow, the one due south, arrow in his chest, no aura.
He's dead.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, he is within 60 feet. So
He is within 60 feet, and you know for a fact that you've seen dead ghouls who were disguised as scarecrows, and you've gotten an aura from them. You've got this scarecrow on, tied up as a scarecrow, no aura, and we'll leave you right there. We'll see you next week.
Ah.
Aha.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I should have gone further.
Exactly. Alandrill, you're a murderer. Welcome to the team. Excellent. Good job, guys. Very good. I'm pretty sure I got experience points for everybody for everything. Gave you experience points for the necromancer, the doctor, the orderlies, and the farmstead for one of the encounters. Excellent. Where are we at for experience points? We're probably about 1,400 away from level 5. So
right.
What's that?
I said that's about right. 1,400.
Yeah, 1,400. So probably by the time all this wraps up and you get a bit into the next bit, we'll be leveling up. So within the next 2 sessions, I would say for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
All right,
so
guys.
we should be looking for our new feats and like.
Yeah. Next week we're on. The week after we're off for Thanksgiving.
For Halloween or Thanksgiving.
It depends on your family, but yeah.
Yeah, American holidays.
Yes.
Surprised nobody's gonna question Mims if this weird shape she's in and she's biting things.
No,
I haven't really seen it yet. I was on the opposite side, so yeah.
Or Oryx says that's a good look on you.
Oryx has to go into the corn stalks for a moment and then come out.
Oryx is into dangerous women. All right.
That's all of us. Okay.
Not after my first wife. I like it safe.
Good game, guys.
Have a good night.
All right. See you next week.
Yeah, good night.